victory.
Who will be the champion? Here we are, the ultimate Madden Bowl. 14 of the very best players in the world facing off for the opportunity to win $250,000, the largest prize in MCS history, as well as the most prestigious belt in competitive Madden.
Let's go!
Over the past 6 months, thousands of Madden pros and amateurs from all parts of North America registered and grinded it out in online ladder play and elims. Playing countless of hours against competition hundreds and thousands of miles away, from LA to Philly, from New York City to Austin, all in order to earn MCS points in advance to the Series 3 qualifying live events, the Madden Ultimate Kickoff, Thanksgiving, and Wild Card. The 12 players with the most MCS points guaranteed themselves a slot in the Ultimate Madden Bowl, with the top 2 players earning first-round buys. Now, to round out the field, 2 more players earn bids via the Last Chance Qualifier Tournament. So that's how we got here. $650,000 in earnings, 3 belts, and all of the points that have already been handed out. Now all that's left are 14 of the very best. They're ready to battle it out in a single elimination tournament format for a share of the historic $1 million prize pool. Now the stakes, they've never been higher. This right here, this is the final chapter to the MCS 22 season. Who will emerge as the Madden 22 GOAT? This is the ultimate Madden Bowl.
He's 10 yards. We'll look underneath. That's a dangerous throw. Oh! It's caught by Rice. The double doink is for a positive play. He'll throw it to the flat. It's Vernon Davis, and he cashes it in. A touchdown for Ice. An absolute beam. What a start for the 18-year-old. The youngin is pumped to be here in the ultimate Madden Bowl. Wilson back to pass, 4-man rush from Carey. He's looking over the top. He has a man. It's 81. It's Megatron with a mega play. Astro with another touchdown. Derrick Henry powers his way to the end zone. Canes to the end zone once again with that escape artist, Derrick Henry. The kick is up. It is good. 23-20. Your final. The veteran Canes fought through the LCQ, and he fights through Clef the God with a close victory.
Game changers. Could be anyone from anywhere. He could be a washed-out player who never played a professional snap, but becomes the face of a sport. He could be a kid whose first love was basketball, but grew up to revolutionize a position in a completely different sport. Once just a 16-bit game played on a two-man console, Madden has evolved. The game has changed. The Ultimate Madden Bowl 22, the final in the championship series. 14 superstar players have earned the right to compete, where one has the opportunity to take the game to the next level. Could it be the kid born to parents who escaped oppression in Cuba? Or the kid whose mother is an aerospace engineer? Or the online stock trader? Or the son of a football coach?
Oh, let's get it! I'm John Beef! Come on!
The fight begins for these 14 players to win the crown of Madden champion, and with $1 million at stake, to become the richest champion in Madden history. The Ultimate Madden Bowl starts now.
We kick off the Madden Bowl tonight.
$250,000 on the line. It doesn't get any better than that.
All I do is win, it's in my DNA. I don't never get the bitch, it's in my DNA.
Why don't we kick things off with a star-studded event? The underdog looking to shock the world.
He's the big underdog. I can't wait to see this kid play in his first event.
Let me get a crack and W, come out the other side.
You can't sleep on Canes. This guy's been a pro Madden player for over 10 years.
You do not be wanting to have to play one of these guys. Whoever comes out of this, they're going to be on fire.
Mr. Football, he's really one of the better new players over the last few years.
Let's go! Ice, one of the grittiest Madden players.
Very underrated. This guy has been around the block.
Let's go! Come on!
Come through, 100 on the go, running 2020.
Harry Q in the building. Clef to God. The guy has everything but a belt.
Crazy work from Clef to God!
From a pure talent standpoint, this guy is on a different level than most guys.
King Henry, ultimate wild card champion.
It's about time. It's about time.
First day of the Madden Bowl.
All I do is win, it's in my DNA.
And who's going to be the GOAT? The run starts here.
What is up, everybody? You see the competitors X'd out of the screen. That's because this is day 2 of the Ultimate Madden Bowl. And these are the competitors looking to see if they can be the GOAT and make their way to a Madden belt, as well as some large money. Tonight, we are going to see someone clinch a spot in the Madden Bowl final and guarantee themselves $150,000, which is not too shabby. What's up, everybody? I'm Kimmy Chex. Joined here with me is my guy, One Great User, aka Joe Exotic. Yesterday you were a Ladybug, now you're like on your Tiger King-ish. We also got our man, Clef the God. Welcome in, guys. Clef, how are you? How you feeling, man?
I'm not feeling too good. You know, it's always hard to get eliminated, especially in the biggest Madden tournament of all time. It is what it is, you know. I'm excited to be in the booth. I'm excited.
Hey.
But when you in the booth, that means you got popped. So, you know, it's a little bittersweet.
That's true.
We're going to bounce back.
That's true.
I mean, y'all look good, you feel good. You know, we're gonna make you bounce back. We're gonna give you some smiles. But you know what? We also gotta put some respect on your name. 2-time MCS major runner-up. So yeah, you ain't gonna take it home on this one, but guess what? You're in the booth, you're still rocking with us, and you yourself still have a very fruitful Madden career. So we happy for you. But I do know something that would make you smile. Last night we were roasting your guy User. I know he's a good friend of yours, and we like to keep him on his toes a little bit. Some people took to Twitter to say that he looked like a ladybug. Then our editors had some fun making fun of him as well. Clef, is this swag or is this a nah?
I'm going to tell you why this is swag. Because a lot of people, they can't go out on a limb and do that. That's brave right there. And he pulled it off. He pulled it off. And look, a ladybug ain't got that type of fabric on him. You know what I'm saying? You got to peep the details on that, man. The fur, you know what I'm saying? That fur came from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's exotic. That's exotic. That's a 10 out of 10.
User, you feeling yourself. You're feeling yourself last night. Now you got on this nice little animal print moment. What's up?
Listen. See, now the problem was yesterday, and this gonna sound like I'm throwing people under the bus, but I'm not. Listen closely. The problem was yesterday, there was no one beside me that could match my energy, that could match the drip. But now, when you see a brother right beside me that look like he should be on GQ, you're like, you know what?
Sir.
They drip's kind of crazy. Now you're like, maybe I was tripping. It's okay, I'll give you a pass.
Okay. You want to start roasting me? You want to start going for it? I'm not going to forget that. We're going to have lots of fun today. All three of us will be here, as well as our guys, Nick Mazesco and T. Davis. They will be on the game call. But let's go ahead and get you guys caught up and set up for the day. We had night 1 of competition yesterday. This is now night 2. We got more competition. So you see all those names on the right side. They begin their playing time on Wednesday, February 2nd. That's for next week. Tonight, we're wrapping it up on the left side of the screen. I'm going to take you through the matchups. We had Mr. Football 88 going up against Don't Care About Ice. Don't Care About Ice, he defeated him. That final score, 31-24. Then we had Astro, the 18-year-old, his very first live event, taking on Carrie Q. He got it done in that one. An upset by 13 points. 38-25, and our final match of the night, don't be mad at me, Clef, it was Canes who defeated Clef the God 23-20. So that leaves us with our quarterfinal games tonight. Ice is taking on the top-seeded Henry who had a first-round bye and did not compete yesterday. And then we have Canes going up against Astro. Then, at the very end of the night, one of those 4 guys will clinch a spot in the Madden Bowl finale and guarantee themselves $150,000. So that's the setup of our games. Let's talk about this very first game. It's Don't Care About Ice versus the number 1 seeded Henry. Now, these two are a little bit familiar with each other. They actually met before at the Ultimate Kickoff when Ice defeated Henry 31-21. It was a 10-point whooping. But since then, Henry has ripped that bandage off and he's won his first individual belt. So Clef, you as a competitor, knowing these guys very well, what do you think Henry learned from that game in order to avoid a similar fate tonight?
Well, I'll say this, he'll be more locked in this time, more focused. But when you lose to somebody, sometimes it's the best thing that ever happened to you. You know, you can't wait till that day till you match up again. Henry been thinking about Ice since the day he lost to him. He been waiting on this day. You never feel fulfilled until you get your revenge and your get back. There ain't nothing sweeter than that. So he gonna come into this game, he gonna want to put it on him.
Oh, absolutely, he gonna want to put him on it. And let me tell you this, man. I'm not knocking Ice. Ice has had a great run, but Ice did get some fluke to turn that game around because Henry looked like he was about to run away with it. And y'all remember the meme where Henry's eyes popped out of his head? I feel like that was a game-changer moment in the game. And a lot of those moments, sometimes you won't be able to bounce back. Even though we tell you to fight, sometimes you just can't overcome it. But I tell you, just like Clef said, Henry has been looking for revenge, and we about to see what's going down.
All right, my favorite part where I ask y'all to give some predictions. Clef, I'm going to start with you, and then I'll end with User because he predicted 1 game correct yesterday, the other 2 not so much. So maybe today will be a little bit better for him. Clef, who you got winning this matchup?
I got Henry 31-21. That's my prediction.
We giving
right
scores.
There. So it's gonna be so you're running it back, the score from Ultimate Kickoff, except Henry's going to get the dub this time. We're going to flip it. We're going to flip it.
Okay, all right. So Clef's taking Henry. Who you got, User? Please don't screw it up this time.
Well, listen, I'm going to be honest. Like, what's name is saying that my glove is the mush, that the gauntlet is the mush. And some reason why I feel like this, we got to put the gauntlet to the test. We're going to put the gauntlet to the test. I'm going Henry. I'm going Henry with the gauntlet. This time, I've never want to pick with the gauntlet. And there's no way that Henry's going to let me down. It's too much. The stars are aligned. I'm trying to show the world this glove has nothing to do with it. Listen, Clef was going to get popped regardless yesterday when he scored that fast. He knew that. Bad moment at the end of the day. Don't blame it on the glove. Don't blame it on the glove. Listen, Clef, Clef, don't go there.
Henry's so mad right now. I'm gonna tell you what, Henry upset that user pick him, because when he ride for you like that, you lose. Every time. When he go all in, you gonna be all up.
Man.
Every time it happens. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to stay out of it. I'm trying to stay out of it. It seems like y'all got some beef that the two of y'all need to resolve. But Clef,
but that's
swear,
what they said.
If Henry loses, that glove needs to go in the trash, okay? Both of you guys taking the #1 seeded Henry, taking on Don't Care About Ice. Y'all think Henry is gonna get it done in this very first matchup. So let's go ahead and get into the matchup. We got some Madden to get going. User Clef and I, we will all be back at halftime. But for now, let's hand it off to our very good friends, Nick Mazesco and T. Davis for kickoff.
Kimmy, thank you so much. We are ready to kick off day 2 of the Ultimate Madden Bowl with the largest prize pool in MCS history. The kick is away inside MCS Stadium. It will be Don't Care About Ice with the ball first. Let's take a look at our tail of the tape, see how these two match up. And TD, Ice is quietly having a really nice season. Earned $85,000 this year, but Henry, the story is Henry, $165,000 in earning. He won his first belt, but you look at the numbers, points per game and opponents' points per game. Don't Care About Ice has been stellar.
He has the best season of his Madden career. I expect a lot of points in this matchup. Ice playing really well, but Henry, the reigning, the defending, ultimate wild card belt winner. We'll see what he's doing. Henry's on a great run right now. It's going to be hard to knock off the champ.
Don't Care About Ice going to start off with the ball first here. And Ty, he's got a tall task trying to stop this offense that Henry runs. Break it down for us. Tell us what Henry does so well offensively.
Yeah, he's so good at adjusting offense and defense. But I want to tell you guys about the art of the smart route. So you see here Henry's offense. You see that skinny post, that deep post, right? He's actually going to audible over to the bunch strong formation and smart route that skinny post to make it shorter. When you have less than 10 yards to go, this is a great way to beat man coverage. And Kerry Q pretty much ran man coverage the majority of the tournament. Of course, this is the finals of the wild card tournament. You see there the skinny post. When you smart route it, going to get great boost off the line. So we see it here. Look at the separation that route gets now. Absolutely torches that man coverage, and all Henry has to do is wait a few seconds in the pocket, bomb that thing over the top, and it was an easy play touchdown. So smart routing these post routes versus man coverage when you have less than 10 yards to go, an absolute weapon on offense.
Let's get to know Don't Care About Ice a little bit more. George Schwartz, 22 years old, from Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, the #9 overall seed. Career earnings up over $100,000. He became the 29th player to reach 50 career MCS wins yesterday. He has reached 6 MCS major appearances. And Ty, I feel like it's wild to say this about Ice, but 50 career wins, he's only 22 years old. This is somebody who still has a whole lot of a Madden career to go.
Yeah, he's really starting to build that resume up. Only 22 years old. He's already tied for 9th all-time in appearances. He keeps building, keeps getting better. He's putting the TNC crew on his back, but he's got a big task. Of course, remember, this is a rematch going up against Henry. He did beat Henry in one of the craziest games we saw earlier in the season, but we'll see if he can do it again.
And one thing when you go the player the caliber of Henry, confidence is sometimes an issue, but Ice already has that win under his belt, TD. That can help him in this game.
Oh yeah, confidence is key, and coming off that crazy win yesterday, listen, you need a little bit of luck in your Madden career. He got it versus Henry in the kickoff, and then of course, that crazy triple doink, as you so famously said it yesterday, going up against Mr. Football. He's had a little bit of luck on the side. He's probably gonna need a little bit more to take down
he's
Henry.
making a miss with AP, past the 40-yard line, inside the 40 to 36-yard line. What a way to start. Ice getting sticky with Adrian Peterson.
I feel like it's almost an identical start to yesterday. Pretty much the first play we saw yesterday in that game was a wheel route out of the backfield, a little spin move with Adrian Peterson, and Ice goes right back to it.
First down and 10. Flips the bunch over to the left side. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson
I had a tug. I didn't think I was going to get it off.
Interesting move there by Ice. He throws it away. I thought he could have picked up a couple yards with Wilson. Instead, he takes the safe throw and throws that one out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought he had a couple things right there. He might have had it deep. He also had the check down over there on the left. Could have ran with Wilson, like you said. Elects to throw it away, fight another down.
Wilson on 2nd and 10. Ice looking downfield, looking for a bounce. He'll get Wilson down the sidelines. First down and more inside the 20, and we'll have our first red zone possession of the day. A mere 43 seconds into the game, Ice is on the 19-yard line.
Yeah, great defense from Henry right there, but you see Ice rocking that brand new Russell Wilson at quarterback. Of course, that gunslinger ability, but in my opinion, the most important ability, the escape artist ability, getting outside the pocket, creating something out of nothing.
Wilson, quick throw right side. That's Vernon Davis with the catch, picking up 3 yards. Nice recognition there from Don't Care About Ice. That those contains getting upfield and forcing him to not be able to use that escape artist ability.
Yeah, those contains do a great job forcing him kind of step in the pocket. He got a little bit of happy feet right there. Wasn't sure what to do. Checks it down to the flat route. But down here in the red zone, this is where it gets really tight. It can be really difficult to score touchdowns.
Wilson on second down. Left side, he's got Justin Jefferson, the rookie phenom for the Minnesota Vikings. Another first down, and Ice having no problem moving the ball here on the first drive of the game.
And that's a great underrated read right there from Ice. He set up that kind of out route, halfback wheel combo. It's like a flat wheel combo. But this time Henry was backed off, so he just checked it down to the out route instead of throwing the wheel. Great recognition, great read from the Iceman.
Now first and goal. Ice pump fake, left side, got him. Vernon Davis into the end zone. The first touchdown of day 2 goes to George Schwartz. Don't Care About Ice, now up by 6.
Making it look easy, utilizing the wheel route in the red zone, one of the best tools you can do on offense. Went with that mesh spot play, had the wheel route on the left side with the tight end, also had a flat to pull out down the flat defenders. Henry just didn't cover the tight end. I mean, that's about as wide open as touchdown as you can get. Back at the end zone, what a drive from Don't Care About Ice.
How about the pump fake usage, too? Don't see too many pump fakes in the competitive game. As we get Henry on offense for the first time. Mr. 10 for 10 now in MCS appearances. 18 years old, now living down in Austin, Texas. The #1 overall seed with $281,000 and change in career earnings at just 18 years old. He has the highest career win percentage in MCS history and can be the first $400,000 earner in MCS history. And Ty, I cannot reiterate this enough. He's just 18 years old.
It's just phenomenal. I mean, this is insane. Almost 300K already. Already got pretty much, he's got a belt, he's got the squad belt, he's got 2 belts, highest win percentage. The resume is complete at 18 years old. It's insane, and he's going to continue to get better. This kid has probably another 10 years of his prime. Just unbelievable what he's going to accomplish.
First down and 10. Let's bring in one of the other 2 members in this crowded commentary booth this weekend, none other than Clef the God. Clef, listen, I know you're disappointed, man, but I love having you back in the booth. It's always great to get to call a game with one of the greatest.
Man, thank y'all for having me. It's always great to work with y'all. I want to say this. Henry, I'm very shocked at what he's doing on defense. He came out here running defense. He has not ran all year. He's running 2-4-5 odd. Now, you just won a belt with 3-3-5 wide. You know, why get away from that? That drive right there, I mean, that's probably the easiest drive Ice has had.
Yeah.
We talked about how Kane switched stuff up offensively. I wonder what causes it. I mean, we've seen Drini used a lot of that 2-4-5 odd over the year, but it is interesting to see somebody go away from a defensive game plan so easily.
Yeah, it is, and it's hard to do that because you need reps with these adjustments, quick adjustments. Your fingers got to get used to the certain icons and buttons. So to be able to switch when you just played in a different defense just a week or 2 ago, that takes a lot of time, especially when you just won a belt in a certain defense.
Yeah, and I wonder if we might see Henry go back to it. Because, Clef, remember yesterday, you kind of, when Kane was giving you that different look, you kind of went to the 3-3-5 wide. It was stopping the run. I want to see if Henry maybe goes back to the wide because he's pretty comfortable with that.
Yeah, I would expect him to do something to mix it up because, like I said, Ice, that drive right there, that was way too easy. I mean, he marched right down the field.
And by the way, how about, let's not understate the fact that with the Russell Wilson that came out with Jalen Hurts, Henry's still out there rocking that Derrick Henry out-of-position quarterback.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by it. I thought we'd see him with Russell Wilson. But I think he wants that added dimension to be able to run with Henry if things break down.
Yeah. Plus, he wants Henry to lead Henry to a belt, right? Like that. It's the Henry to Henry connection.
The release on Derrick Henry, he has that Dan Marino release, the Aaron Rodgers release. So these guys aren't rocking gunslinger, so it gives them that quicker throwing motion without having to pay the AP for it.
That man wide open, back of the end zone. That's Randall Cobb with not a soul around him. Easiest touchdown catch of Cobb's career. And Henry drives right down the field and responds to Ice's early touchdown.
And he goes to that cross screen play we saw a little bit yesterday. You roll out, B was wide open, kind of an inverted or outverted corner route, back of the end zone. Phenomenal play call from Henry.
Let's bring in the man rocking the jacket from the Tina Turner collection. None other than one great user. User, I heard you throw shade at me. I heard it. I heard you throw shade. You can say it wasn't directed at anybody, but I heard you throw shade. As we take a look at this replay, user, what are you seeing from Hen Dog?
Right here, B was wide open from the jump. I think that's just a busted coverage by Ice right there. And Henry saw it and exposed it. But like, listen,
user,
Nick, I was not
we
throwing
got some
any
beef.
shade.
You go
Now,
ahead,
listen.
but we got some beef after you're done.
Listen, like y'all said, man, you know, he ran 3-3-5 wide. The big difference is that 2-4-5 wide is not in the 4-6 defense. So even if he does try to run 3-3-5 wide, it's not going to be optimal because he will not have those safeties at the outside linebacker spot. So that is a big difference that y'all did point out.
User, Nick, when User's taking shots at us, he's saying that him and Clef, the only ones with the drip. I mean, User, do you see any other person in the mag community rocking a man bun? Like, how are you gonna come out there and disrespect me when I can't even rebuttal on the pre-show?
Hey, I'm sorry. You know, sometimes, listen, let's be honest. You and Nick are a package deal. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna catch strays just for being with him. You gotta understand that.
Whoa,
you know, your parents always told you.
Just for being what? Whoa. Hold up. Let's take it back. Turn that thing down, flip it and reverse it. What was that? Are you saying I dragged Tyler Davis down?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Your mama always say you got to watch who your friends is, watch who your circle, because you're the sum of your circle of friends. Remember that. You know what I'm saying, Ty? That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'll accept that answer. You know what I mean? At least, you know, I don't know. Bringing Nick down. I ain't going down with him, that's for sure.
After
Nick,
all I've done today,
if you're drowning, Nick, I ain't gonna
worst.
save you.
You guys are the worst. I'm leaving. User, guess what? You can come in and do play-by-play for a while. Have fun with that one, big dog. I know it's tough calling those, talking for 10 minutes a game, but, you know, you can come on in and take my job.
No, Nick, I'm out of here. Matter of fact, I'm out of here. Take care, my guy. Love you. See you in another 30.
Yeah. 4th and 16 now for Ice. Leaving the offense on the field, flips the bunch to the wide side. Jerry Rice, Justin Jefferson, and Vernon Davis in the bunch. Davis stays back to block. Does Ice have something down the field? Looks over the middle. That's a tough throw. That's picked off. Isaiah Simmons with the interception. And he gets up. He runs the other way. Inside the 40 to the 45. We'll call the 47-yard line. Basically an arm punt there from Don't Care About Ice, but Henry showcasing the defense.
Henry was all over it from the beginning of the play. Ice really had no chance. He only sent out pretty much, he had 3 routes, and one of them was a pull route. The other 2 was deep crossers. Just nothing there. Henry was all over that from the beginning, gets the user pick, and now he's in business.
First down and 10, Henry, throwing it left side. He'll actually just throw that one out of bounds. Didn't like the look, and Ice been sending pressure every play.
Yeah, I like that too, especially when he goes to that tight slot, so you can really get some pressure off the edge. Ice dialed it up right there, forcing Henry to throw it away.
Looking left side, same side. There's Randall Cobb once again. Man, this Randall Cobb, we've seen a lot of players utilizing him out at wide receiver, and he's come in handy for a lot of these MCS competitors.
Yeah, Ice's coverage playing back, playing off a little bit, just a little check down to a baby out route right there, getting underneath the zones. Good read from Henry.
Now over the middle. It is Sanders with the catch down to the 26-yard line. Derrick Henry slinging it for young Henry Leverett as once again prime time makes plays in the MCS.
Yeah, real chest battle right here. Ice switching up the coverages. Zone the previous play right there, went to man. A little underneath dig route from Henry, beats that man coverage. So Henry's locked in right now on offense, making great reads.
Back of the end zone. Oh, he didn't get the feet in bounds. A great read from Henry, but prime time didn't do the toe tap.
Oh, skinny post, gets in between the safeties or gets behind them and can't get the feet down. That hurts. I mean, Henry, though, is dialed in right now. This is a laser show going on.
And right with Henry. He's going to challenge the user. He throws it right at Ice's user and goes, guess what? My guy's already got separation. Another first down for Henry inside the red zone.
Caught him lacking right there. Caught him behind. Taylor Mays with the user. Henry just rolled out through a dot on the sideline.
There's that cross screen play. Where is this? Who was it that put this cross screen out? What ebook? Who did it?
Yeah.
Because everybody's running it right now.
Yeah, it's becoming really popular. They try to roll out, and they try to hit that B route in the back of the end zone, kind of goes to the outside, or they roll out the quarterback, or they can even playmaker the screen up the field sometimes. So a lot of options on that play.
Tony Pollard with the catch, that team of the year, Tony Pollard. Becoming a favorite for backfields here in the MCS. Now 3rd and a yard. As Henry looks to cash in off the interception on 4th down.
Kyle Pitts.
Can't pick up a 1st down at the 1.
That'll be Kyle Pitts here.
Yep, Kyle Pitts, Superman over the top. They're going to say he gets a yard, but he's still at the 2, but he picked up a 1st down. What a confusing set of UI right there. So he goes back to goal line. I have a feeling Kyle Pitts is probably going to get this carry.
Ooh.
Excuse me? That was just a straight bull rush that stopped the handoff out of goal line.
We haven't seen that really all year, and now you got, hey, Henry's going to take this down to the 2-minute warning. Think about it, because this isn't really fullback dive territory anymore. He might even go back to the shotgun in this situation. That's a big-time tackle for loss, sack, whatever you want to call it, getting the quarterback before he can hand the ball off.
That was quite the bull rush. It was... Didn't even let the fullback dive happen. 2-minute warning here in the 1st half. He will indeed drop back into the shotgun. Derrick Henry with Tony Pollard on his right pocket. Wheel route, well covered. Back in the end zone. Feet once again not in bounds. Henry's got to be looking at his wide receivers going, somebody's got to get the feet now.
Twice on this drive. That hurts. Henry going with tempo here. I expect him to go right back to the same play potentially, because it's forcing Ice to guard that wheel route. No, he's going to go double crossers.
Nothing there, trying to get outside with Henry. Can't make the tackle. Can Henry get to the goal line? He's fighting forward to the 1-yard line.
And here we go. This is 1,000% Henry going to go for this. It's going to be Kyle Pitts time. Fullback dive. Can Ice potentially tackle the quarterback before the handoff again? This is a huge, massive play in the game right now.
Nope. He's bringing out the field goal unit. 4th and goal from the 1. And he's bringing out Morton Anderson to kick 3. Ball is down, kick is up, it is good. We saw Ice do this yesterday, TD. I am shocked that Henry didn't lead the offense on the field.
I am absolutely flabbergasted right now. At the 1-yard, I can even understand like the 2 or 3, but the 1-yard line, he must not like what he sees with Ice's goal line defense, and he must have ultimate confidence in his own defense. But like you said, I'm very surprised by that call.
Well, now 1:45 to go. Don't care about Ice has 2 timeouts. An opportunity to take advantage of the conservatives. It was Ice yesterday who was conservative and took a field goal on a 4th and short. This time he's the beneficiary. Let's see if he can cash in.
And Henry staying in that 2-4-5 odd. Looks like a little Tampa 2, cover 2 look right there. You saw the corners playing in those flats. Ice he sent a little pressure too, and Ice just tried to hit that wheel route quickly. It's a nice 6-yard gain to start this drive.
Second and 4. Russell Wilson outside of the pocket. He'll throw this one away. Nice contain on the outside to keep Wilson from going crazy. 3rd down and 4 for TNCs. Don't care about Ice.
Henry goes coverage there and adds in a spy to watch out for that escape bars from Russell Wilson. Great adjustment. Had no choice but to throw it away.
Right side, Jerry Rice. By the way, I'm getting word from my guy Truzy. He says that the person that started that halfback cross screen was a fellow by the name of Milk. Milk Too Wavy. So big shout out to Milk Too Wavy for forever changing the landscape of competitive Madden.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot here lately.
1st and 10. Ice in trouble. Roland just gets outside the tackle box and is able to throw that into the popcorn vendor in row 1.
And Henry sending pressure. This game, we've honestly seen a lot more pressure than we've seen yesterday in day 1. Guys sending pressure off the edge in this 2-4-5 odd. And it's getting home a lot in this game, really forcing guys to throw the ball away.
2nd and 10.
Come on, up top.
A two-man rush, and yet it looks like somebody is open. Who else? JJ with a TT. Justin Jefferson to the end zone for Don't Care About Ice. A touchdown with under a minute to go in the half.
Too much speed from that slot receiver position. That was a beam. Great spacing on the play from Ice. Really spread the field horizontally really well, and the streak over the top. Henry had no chance to guard it.
Justin Jefferson's got some wheels. As the kick is away, this will be a touchback. Let's take a look at this one more time, TD. Tell me what you see here from this Don't Care About Ice offense.
Yeah, you see the dual wheel routes on both sides, stresses you out so much, and then it's just man coverage, and Taylor Mays can't keep up with Justin Jefferson. It was a great pass lead. He kind of pass leaded it up into the outside as well, and just a phenomenal route and decision by Ice.
Look through the left side. That's Tony Pollard to the 36-yard line, and first timeout taken by Henry. He's got 2 remaining with 51 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, plenty of time here for Henry with those 2 timeouts.
Rolling right, and he'll throw this one away. Good defense once again by Ice. I wonder if users looking at that infinity gauntlet. I wonder if he's staring at it right now. Wondering, what have I done?
Like Kimmy said, that thing might need to go in the trash.
Underneath, Tony Pollard once again to the 47-yard line. This time he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
And Nick, this is always an interesting point when you're a defender in this position. Do you send pressure? Do you play coverage? You know, do you play that bend but don't break? Do you try to force them into a mistake? It's always been a challenge in my Madden career deciding what to do in this type of spot. You saw in that previous play, Ice sent pressure. Henry had the wide open running back out of the backfield.
Now under 40 seconds, Henry screamed at, but able to get rid of it to who else? Tony Pollard, the leading receiver on this team.
Yeah, same play as the previous one. Tony Pollard out route out of the backfield. Same thing, Ice sends the pressure again. Don't necessarily love the decision. I think you maybe play a little bit more coverage, bend but don't break, but looks like he's going to dial it up again.
There's the wheel route, it's open. Low ball, Tony Pollard now into field goal range to the 33-yard line, but Henry's not thinking about 3. He wants to put 6 on the board.
Yeah, this is crucial timing right here in the game for both guys. Obviously, Ice needs to hold him to 3. Henry, if he gets a touchdown, he's in business going into the second half. So these 32 seconds, absolutely crucial in this ball game.
Henry on 1st and 10. Wanted that slant, good coverage with the user by Ice. He's able to get out of bounds, though, just a 2-yard gain. It felt like it was a much longer pass, but he sure did drop back with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and Henry had a lot of success when he went to that bunch strong in the Ultimate Wildcard Championship, went to that kind of same type of play there. I thought he might have had the slant crosser if he would have passed, let it up, but elected not to go to it.
Oh, no.
This is what Derrick Henry can do. Clicked onto the wrong person. Will slide down to the 10-yard line, 18 seconds left. Ice can't believe he got clicked on over there and took a player out of the play.
Critical mistake right there from Ice. Those are the moments you gotta compose yourself. Can't get too jittery, can't, click on and make a mistake like that. And now he gives Henry pretty much 2 or 3 chances at the end zone here.
End zone, got him. That's Randall Cobb. Wide open in the end zone. Packers fans gotta be weird seeing Randall Cobb catch touchdowns with that Bears jersey. But Henry responds to the quick score from Ice with a score of his own.
What a response from Henry. What a quick response. I can't wait to check out the replay of this as well, because we're going to see a great thing where he brought Ice's user all the way over to the right, and then he threw backside to the dig route. Really manipulated the user. Phenomenal play design by the belt winner, Henry.
Well, ask and you shall receive, TD. I'm here to make you happy. Here's the replay.
Yeah, brings Taylor Mays, the user, all the way to the right. Boom, X wide open on the dig route behind him. Ice had no chance. Great play design from Henry.
First and 10. Going out right with Wilson. Wants that X receiver, but good defense from Henry. Ice will be forced to take a timeout. He'll lose 2 on the sack.
And these are one of those moments for Ice where you got to be careful. I'd probably put my ball carrier on conservative, because if you take a sack or something fluky happens, you don't want to fumble the ball. You see Henry going to send pressure, trying to force him to make a mistake. Maybe
Final timeout taken by Ice. Is this just a Hail Mary heave? Yeah, I mean, we've seen weirder things, TD.
Oh, yeah, we have, especially in this game between these two in the ultimate kickoff, so who knows?
2 seconds remain. Final play of the first half here in our first game of day number 2. We're so happy you guys are along with us. Look at that big looping user blitz. He's going to throw it up there, and it's going to be picked off by Mel Renfro. Henry got a chance for a return. He got up. There goes Renfro right side. All right, well, that was enough of that one. Is that Percy? No, it's Golden Tate with a tackle on Mel Renfro.
Right there, man. That's actually
Ice.
6.
A little frustrated after that first half,
man.
but nonetheless still a 3-point game. It will be Henry, though, getting the ball first.
Yeah, and almost had a little bit of drama right there. Henry had some daylight. But yeah, what a battle between these two, back and forth. Henry with a little bit of momentum, getting that touchdown with under 30 seconds and gonna get the ball to start the second half.
A deep sigh from young Henry Leverett. He is up by 3 with a half of football to go. We know these two were gonna provide us with a dogfight, and they have lived up to the battle. 17-14 your score. Halftime reactions, and we got to check in with user about that gauntlet. Kimmy, tell me, is he throwing it away yet?
We'll have to see. Welcome in, everybody, to the Refuel Show presented by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Lunchtime is your halftime, and it's halftime of our very first matchup. Don't care about ice versus the #1 seeded Henry. Kimmy checks one great user, Clef the God. You guys, it seems like it's been big play after big play, according to our good friend T. Davis. That's what he said about the first half. But 43 seconds into the game, and Ice went up and scored with that Vernon Davis touchdown. We were asking ourselves, where was the defense from Henry? Because like all of you guys have noted, he switched up his defensive plan. So Clef, talk about what we've been seeing and if you think that's a good idea or not.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of fireworks, I'll say Henry has the edge, though, because he did get a stop. Like, he actually earned a stop. Ice, he just held him to a field goal, stopped him on 4th down. So I think Henry did a good job. It can work one or two ways when you switch your defense. Either A, you're not comfortable, and you come out there and get dotted. That's what he did the first drive. Or B, you catch your opponent off guard, catch them with something they haven't prepared for, just like Canes did me yesterday, and you can be successful. He earned a stop by being different.
Yeah, he was mixing it up. But like you said, he got exposed on the first drive and the third drive. He tried to be cute and man up that safety, and you saw Taylor Mays get fried. And I feel that was a big difference between those two defenses. That 3-3-5 wide, even when you're not blitzing, you're still going to get pressure. And the guys just play better. And that 2-4-5 wide, if the guys are not screaming and looping off the edge, I feel like it could be a long day. But like Clef said, Henry has already got one stop. He's up 3 points. He gets the ball in half. He's in the driver's seat. He has this game for him not to lose.
Well, he is up by 3. Like we said, the current score at halftime is 17-14. But earlier in the game, right before the second quarter ended and we went to halftime, Henry actually had to settle for a field goal when it was a 4th and 1. Do you guys think if this game continues to stay competitive and big play after big play that he'll regret not going for it and trying to get 7 instead of the field goal? Clef, what do you think?
Yes, I do. Because if he would have got 7 right there, this game was over. He got to stop. He get ball to half. He go up 7. This game would have been over, especially in Madden 22. This game is it's not even about 3, 4, 5 stops. It's not even about 2 stops. This game is about getting 1 stop and then controlling the clock. So if he got 7 right there, this was over.
User, agree, disagree?
I agree. And listen, Henry has to come out here and show the most prolific offense ever seen by man. He has to keep kicking it up. But right here, 3rd and goal, as you see, everything was kind of bad. And he tried to take off, and this was real risky. You got Henry, you feel like you can run him over, but Henry could have fumbled that ball right there. Fortunate for Henry to actually hold on to that and not fumble and get 3 out of there. But right now, he just can't get stopped. As long as he keep putting up 7, his 3 points will be all right.
Okay, you guys holding out some optimism for our guy Henry, who's currently winning 17-14, up by 3 points. But let's give everyone a little bit of a reminder of why these games are so important and what exactly is at stake here. We keep saying it and y'all see it. A historic $1 million prize pool. Every single quarterfinal game today is worth $45,000, bringing each winner to $100K total. Then, At the end of the night, they'll face off in a $50,000 semifinal game. That will put them at $150K total and just one step away from the most important number of all, that $250,000. Everybody wants a share of that money. Someone also wants to be called the GOAT and hoist that belt at the end of the tournament. But all games have to go through this tournament to figure out who will be crowned the GOAT. Will it be Henry who's on top right now, or don't care about ice come from behind in the second half? You guys will see. Nick and T. Davis are back on the call right after this short break. The Ultimate Madden Bowl is brought to you in part by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Lunchtime is your halftime.
All I do is win, it's in my DNA. I don't never get benched, it's in my DNA. Give it to me in a pinch, it's in my DNA. You can take it off, the crowd will fit you anyway. Let me get it crackin', W, come out,
Hello, everybody. What a beautiful evening here in Southern California where all the stars are out for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling? Feels like game day, all right. Then there's the pressure cooker. It's one heck of a ride. The rush of adrenaline, the joy, and the chaos of a game day experience. It's all right here. Aaron.
Here, you can literally ride momentum. And dreams are made with the dream team you build.
Please welcome everybody, Tom Brady.
Welcome to Madden Land.
It's game time, baby.
One of the best plays in MCS history.
Who will be the champion?
That's right, folks. Make sure that your Twitch account is linked to your EA account and you are earning those drops all night long just for hanging out and watching some great competitive Madden. You can earn that 95 overall Derwin James comes stock with Acrobat and Pick Artist, and it goes into his power-up TD. This item will shore up any team's defense.
No doubt about it. And he's one of my favorite guys to use it with. You can bait guys. You can lurk with him so well over the middle of the field, take away a million routes. You see that hit power, the zone coverage. But he has great jumping as well. And, of course, that speed. You can power it up with the theme team. Absolutely love Derwin James on my squad.
Reminder, make sure that your EA account is linked to your Twitch account. You are earning drops. Check that menu in the upper right-hand corner. Make sure that you are earning your drops so you can get that free Derwin James Jr. 17-14 our score here at halftime. Henry and Don't Care About Ice have been in a dogfight. You know, this is not the first time this year these guys have fought in the MCS. And let's be clear, last time these guys faced off, well, there were some pretty wild moments.
Young age. He's looking over the top one time, beaming, and what a hit! Oh, it's picked up!
I'm watching this game because I played right after this, and when I seen this, like, my initial reaction was like, how did he drop the touchdown? Because, like, that's a game changer. His reaction is, like, insane that he didn't catch a touchdown.
This is very, very unfortunate. 10 times out of 10, that's probably a wide open touchdown. So just, you know, you can see Henry's face like, okay, this is how y'all gonna do me today, huh? Like,
this is one of the wildest plays I've ever seen in MCS history, man. You can see Henry like, yep, touchdown, put the points on the board. And all of a sudden you look, you're like, okay, he dropped it. Oh no, it's intercepted. And that's why his eyes shot out his head, man. That was a great meme on Twitter, man.
Listen, the play is cool, but the best part was just the realization from Henry. Oh my Lord, that actually just happened against me. And all you can do, my favorite part is he just laughs about it. That's all you can do when that happens. You laugh about it, you move on. Big shout out to Henry.
Certainly one of the most memeable moments, and well, we had a little bit of fun with Henry and the eyes popping out of his head. That face when you see Ice on your side of the bracket, TD, I'm sure that Henry was not happy to see the guy that made him make that face on his side of the bracket.
No, he's probably having flashbacks, nightmares. Oh my goodness, that play was just unbelievable. Like, we'll never see it play like that probably ever again. It's just so rare. Like, that never happens, but just unbelievable.
Well, there's the face when you see the Ultimate Madden Bowl prize pool. There's $1 million prize pool, the largest at MCS. That's the face actually I made.
Yeah, that's something that everyone made when you see that $1 million prize pool. First ever. Oh, just great stuff here. Henry's face, literally the guy at WrestleMania when Undertaker lost. Like the same thing. Yeah. Perfect. It was beautiful.
That face when users Ladybug drip dropped on stream.
Yep.
Users know, I don't even know who that is. He's dead to me. There it is. That's what we like. That's what we like to see. Yes. Yeah. That's what we like to see. You're darn right. That's what the face is. When you see that gauntlet go on his head, oh Lord. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Take that. That's for making fun of us. Second half action. Here in our first game of day 2 of the Ultimate Madden Bowl. Nick Mazesko, Tyler Davis along with you. 17-14 the score. Henry the lead and the ball. Derrick Henry out of position at quarterback. He's got that A route wide open. He will find Darren Waller diving catch, feet in bounds. That is a picture-perfect way to start the second half.
Yeah, this is a big drive for Henry. You know, if he can go down and get 7. I was going to say, if we can get another maybe fluky play, I'd love to see Henry kind of replicate that face. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to do that, but that was just so funny. But yeah, if Henry can go down and...
If something like that happens, TD, I need this clip saved. Somebody's got to clip this Twitch clip, and we're just going to give it to Henry and go, he hoped for it to happen to you.
I want to see it again, I'm not going to lie. I'd feel so bad.
He put the bad juju on you.
But yeah, I'd feel so bad, but it was so funny. But yeah, if Henry can go get 7 here, make it a 10-point game, that really puts Ice in a tough spot.
I thought he was going to take a chance throwing at the wheel route, but he'll just take the safe scramble with Derrick Henry. The 4th time we've seen Henry
carry that out of the quarterback position. Picks up 4 sets on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and you see Henry always comes out in this gun bunch offset, but he does audible around a lot, whether he goes to this bunch strong, sometimes the tight slots, then go to that bunch strong here. Look for maybe a deep crossing route and a halfback wheel.
Come on! Stepping left, the defense from Ice stepping up. Micah Parsons with the sack, 4th and 12. Henry hurries back to the line.
Huge play for Ice. He went straight man coverage right there, got a coverage sack. Maybe he dials up a little pressure here. Big play in the ball game. Henry gonna go to the tight slots.
4th and 12. Back to pass with Henry. Needs 12. Might have the B route. That's Randall Cobb once again. He is inbounds. It's a 1st down for Henry. And a subtle fist pump from the 18-year-old out of Austin, Texas.
Absolute laser beam. And guys, that's why you put a streak on your field a lot, to bring back the zones, to clear out the defense. He did that, and then the crosser came wide open to the sideline.
Looking back at the end zone, has a man, prime time, got the feet inbounds that time. Henry extends his lead. My, oh my, how quick was that drive?
The defending champ, making it look easy. I mean, dot after dot after dot. Punches it in with a post route back to the end zone. You heard Ice say right there, score quick, we can put the pressure back on Henry. So I think this game is far from over. We're going to see a lot more points scored, but Henry in a great position.
This kick will go through the back of the end zone. Take a look at this touchdown one more time. Just waiting for prime time to get open.
Yeah, multiple times now. Henry's kind of manipulating that user, right? Bringing that user down underneath or to the left side, and then he always has a route coming from the solo receiver on the backside. Perfect example right there. Laser beam back of the end zone.
1st and 10.
Come on, put the pressure back on him.
Back across the field, wide open, Adrian Peterson, house call. First play, that is something. He said he needed to score quickly, TD, and he sure did.
Perfect response from Ice. What a play call. Wheel route. Henry just left it, didn't man it up, had no zones over there. Looked like kind of a blown coverage. And Ice, you said it, throws across his body. Can't get any more wide open than that. Here we go, back and forth.
How about this play? Rolls right and just waits for Adrian Peterson. There is not a soul around him to try to stop AP from getting to the end zone.
No one even close. Looked like he had his cloud defenders over there at like 5-10 yards, and all he had to do was wait for Peterson to get by him. And that was an easy throw. One of the easiest throws you can make.
And Henry might have it. He had B over the top. Could have laid that out. I don't know if Henry can make that throw. And that's what the downside to using that Derrick Henry TD is while he has that Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers release, he doesn't quite have the throw power and deep accuracy to make some of those throws.
Yeah, exactly. Only has about 84 deep accuracy. You can power it up a little bit. But yeah, it doesn't have that deep accuracy that you look for, but still a great read. And Henry's dialed in right now. Getting close to that 300-yard passing mark with that one. Yeah, he's at 288. So he's been putting on a light show here on offense. And Henry, of course, known for his defense, but like I said multiple times, I think he is underrated on offense, really good on offense, and he's showing it here.
By the way, big shout out to everybody you see scrolling along the bottom of your screen. Everyone who use that hashtag Ultimate Madden Bowl. You can see your tweet on screen. Seen a lot of people making picks. Ty, I'm just saying the fan favorite right now seems to be Young Astro.
Oh yeah, especially after what we saw yesterday. Kind of has, reminds me of the John Beast run we saw. Just young and passionate, first time on the stage. And man, he looked good yesterday. Fortunately, see him out there.
Back in the end zone, prime time, touchdown once again. Back-to-back drives. Henry's drives end with a touchdown to Deion Sanders.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. Nick, we might see 50 points scored in this game. I wouldn't be surprised. This is gonna be a shootout. These guys just, Madden 22, hard to play defense to begin with how the zones are. And you see it here. I mean, no zone can cover these deep crossers. Henry with another laser, and we keep getting more and more points.
Okay, we'll go through the back of the end zone. Take a look one more time. Derrick Henry delivering lasers.
Yeah, I mean, wide open, clears out. The streak was there again to clear the zones, and then he just gets wide open, and that's a beam.
Is it the same message for Ice this drive? Score quickly, get a stop?
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's all you can really do at this point. Keep scoring quickly. Will we see the onside kick, make its return? especially as we get a little to this fourth quarter. Try to limit the possessions where you let them score or get them into field goal range, kick a field goal. So a lot of strategy going to get involved here when they're struggling on defense.
Let's bring back in Clef the God. Clef, a wild game so far already. 52 combined points between these two.
Yeah, this is fireworks, man. This is not much defense being played at all. At all. I think for Ice, he need to realize what abilities Henry has. He has no man-beating abilities. He has 2 post-up. You got to see a lot of man. We've seen man give him problems, and it gives anybody problems when you don't have an ability to beat that. So I think he need to get back and play a lot of man. Sitting in 3 is not going to work versus, somebody with 2 post-ups on both of the guards.
Terrible.
A little scramble there from Russell Wilson. As we'll go to the fourth quarter, 4's up in the chat. 10-point game. Derrick Henry and Young Henry with the lead. But Ice on the drive here at the 27-yard line. Flipping the bunch over to the right side. It's Wilson back to pass. He'll throw this one away. Interesting to see how Henry's been able to mix up his defense to create some problems for Ice.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Staying that 2-4-5 odd, though, pretty much all game. It's a little bit different. But yeah, he's sending pressure some plays, and then he goes back to the zone. See what he cooks up here on the 2nd and 10, going to go coverage.
Lots of time back there for Ice. All sorts of time. Can set up a picnic blanket. As Wilson will scramble and pick up the first down with the 16.
Yeah, but I think that's the defense you do want to play in this spot if you're Henry. Bend but don't break, only rushing 2 guys, and you're okay. You don't want to give up big chunk plays like that, but you're okay with if he needs to scramble for 5-6 yards here and there, get him, keep using that clock, and really make him work for everything he's doing.
1st and 10. Well, out route right side. There's Jerry Rice with the catch to the 8-yard line. Quick read there from Ice with 4:44 to go. He's 8 yards away from cutting into this lead.
Yeah, expect some type of wheel route here. Tight end wheel route, mesh spot, maybe halfback wheel route. Or maybe try to look for a slant, crosser combo back of the end zone.
Second and 2. Right side. Oh, Acrobat tried to go wild, but the ball got to Vernon Davis. Ice with the touchdown and a little wipe of the brow. That one was close.
Such a tight window. Oh, man, he threaded the needle with that one. Super close. The Acrobat almost jumped it, but he goes to that tight end wheel route, gets the feet down with the possession catch, and now you see him here. He's considering maybe onside kick in this spot, and it might be a good decision.
Kicking deep. Let's get a stop.
Interesting.
That's confidence in your defense right there, TD.
Well, but he hasn't. But we haven't seen the defense, so I don't know. It's confidence.
I said it was confidence, Ty. I didn't say it was proof. Take a look one more time at this touchdown, finding Vernon Davis. Toit window.
Yeah, and that Lattimore played it really well back there in that deep zone. Almost jumped it. Ice is very fortunate.
Henry rolling, and there goes Derrick Henry. 40 to the 43-yard line. He will slide down. That is what Derrick Henry out of position at quarterback brings you.
Yeah, an absolute beast. Of course, rocking that escape artist. Also has the pass lead elite ability on that Derrick Henry at quarterback. And now he's lit up with that X factor. He's got 2 receivers lit up. So Ice is in trouble. He has to get a stop here.
For the first time, Tony Pollard gets a straight-up handoff out of the backfield. Picks up 7 on the inside run. We see the milk and cookies already happening. He's got A wide open. That's Darren Waller. Possession catch to the 25-yard line. He will roll out of bounds and stop the clock.
The game should be over,
yeah,
bro.
he's caught Ice's user lacking. Henry saying the game should be over. Ice's users got caught lacking a couple times in this game. Can't really stick with these routes, whether it be the corners or the dig routes or the post routes. Really having a tough time staying with Henry's offense, and now you said it, the milk and cookies are out. Henry does a great job, only 18 years old, but has that veteran presence to really use this clock well, hiking at under 5 on the play clock every time.
Henry scrambles down to the 11-yard line. Guys, stick with us in the chat. I know there are a lot of fans out there. Y'all are looking for some giveaways. Well, Kimmy, User, and Clef will have some giveaways coming up at the conclusion of this game.
Oh yeah, we love some giveaways.
I gotta get my, I'm texting all my friends, making sure that they log on, get the Twitch stuff. I mean, make sure that if they get it, they do give it to me though. Because, Ty, I texted you before the show, and I believe you told me absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, I already got my 12 accounts waiting, so I don't think you can get one. They're all for me.
I thought about texting user, I just didn't want to waste the data. RB, open, Tony Pollard cuts it back inside, and is into the end zone with 2:12 to go. Henry's offense is darn near unstoppable.
Yeah, he's unstoppable right now. This looks like Astro from yesterday, just dialed in, lasers everywhere.
This man's off the field.
Ice is reeling right now, back against the wall. Now, the one good thing for Ice, he saved all his timeouts, and he has the 2-minute warning, and he's looked good on offense for plenty of time here, but this game is going to come down to defense. One of these guys has got to get a stop. Henry already has 2 stops. But for Ice, he's got to figure out a way to get one.
38-28 as we'll take a look one more time. It's those running back out routes from the backfield that have been so good for Henry.
Yeah, and all year long, these halfback ins and out routes, they're just so effective. They beat man coverage, they get underneath zones, and Henry utilizes it in the red zone.
All right, let's bring in one great user. 2:12 to go, still plenty of time left in this one. But users, the Infinity Gauntlet saved.
Oh, yeah, it's saved, man. It was never the gauntlet. That's the problem, Nick. You kept trying to make it about all my props and all that. It was never
so it was
about
just you. It was just you.
No, it was about the players laying down. That's what it was about, all right? It wasn't about me. It was about the players getting popped. I got nothing to do with it. I'm just picking a player. But nah, look, if you really look at this game, man, both of these guys' offense has been high power. There's only been one stop in this game. And as a defensive player, that guy, that has to eat at you to say, man, this man Henry has went down here and put up points every drive. I have not been able to get one stop.
Yeah, that's deflating too. When you know, like, you know, you can score, but you just have no chance of stopping your opponent. It's one of the worst feelings in the world.
Final play before the 2-minute warning. Ice looking for a lot. Needs points. Needs them quickly. Does have all 3 timeouts. Wilson back to pass. He'll dump it off underneath. And take it to the 2-minute warning. Still just outside of field goal range, but Ty, is this kick 3 the second you can?
I think it depends on if you can get a touchdown by, you know, within the next 20, 30 seconds. You know, that's, I think, the goal. You try a couple shots, maybe you can get down there. But if not, yeah, you take your field goal and you try to get that defensive stop that you haven't been able to get.
Stop there, getting out of bounds. Picks up a first down, Vernon Davis.
I think, you know, Nick, I think this play here says a lot. If he gets to like the 40, you know, he might kick his field goal. But if he gets a big play, chunk play out of this, he might take a couple chances to the end zone from there.
Being pursued. Looking downfield, he's got the playmaker. It's Golden Tate. Good blocking downfield from Davis. He'll stay on the sidelines and get down to the 6-yard line. TD, that looked like a chunk play to me.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So now you take your chances to the end zone. You save those 3 timeouts. You still got plenty of time. Now you look to the end zone to try to get 7 to make this a 3-point game.
Ice looking to cash in from 6 yards out. In trouble, he'll throw this one away. User, are we taking a couple shots? Are we working this down to 4th down before we kick our 3?
I feel like right here you have to go for it. I mean, when you look at the time and the way the game is, I'm going for it even on 4th down. Forget the 3. I got to get 7 right here. I'm really not going to get a better chance than this right here.
Ice on 2nd down, left side. He's got him, Adrian Peterson. Oh, what a tackle, the 1-yard line. Stonewall, he held the door.
What a tackle from Henry.
Oh, what a gap shoot.
The gap shoot on Adrian Peterson. 4th and goal. User, he's got the offense back out there.
Yeah, you have to right here, like, you know. And Henry, that's a big timeout because, you know, you want to make sure you're prepared. And he's going for it right here because you got to understand, you're going to get this ball back with no timeouts left. Best case scenario, you know, if you get the ball back. And then, like, you know, go ahead.
No, I was going to say 2 amazing user tackles in a row. I mean, that was phenomenal.
4th and goal 4th in the ball game. Needs to pick up 7 here. Wilson waiting, looking. Nobody's open. He's got the ball on, and Russell Wilson escape artist into the end zone. Ice got life.
Have a spy. That's perfect. Have a spy.
Ice is fighting. He's hanging in there. What a battle. I mean, 2 clutch user tackles from Henry, and then Ice clutches it up on 4th down when he needs it the most. Little onside kick here, but this isn't the game. He still has those 3 timeouts.
See if he can't get a little bit of the luck that Henry got. Not too long. He got the onside.
User, throw it away.
Come on.
Throw it away.
Henry, he's stunned. He's stunned.
Listen, relax.
Henry is sick.
Relax. Ty, you're doing too much. You're giving this way too much energy. Relax. Henry the King knows what to do. He knows how to fight.
User's sweating. He's sweating over there.
Are you staring at the gauntlet?
I'm not staring at the gauntlet. I'm thinking about Henry fighting for 45,000 right here, man. This is crazy.
This is wild.
Ice, let's be honest. Ice is getting all the breaks, the sack fumbles, all the stuff. Like, come on, man. What's going on with him? What type of rabbit's foot does he have?
We might have to put him in that category. I mean, the stuff he's been getting.
Let's go! Beam! On top! Justin Jefferson! Ice probably takes the lead.
Oh my God.
And that's great. That's great. Henry has plenty of time. All he needs is 3. No, he needs 4. Oh my God, he's down. You right. Oh, no, I'm sick. Good God,
we gotta bring in Clef. He doesn't need 3. He needs a touchdown there, big dog. It's a 4-point game. Clef, what has happened in this ball game?
It goes back to the old saying, man. Madden give it and Madden take it. Now spam it. I mean, Henry got that onside kick versus spam it, but you knew sooner or later it was gonna come at a cost. And here we go. Everything come with a cost, man. It come with a price.
Oh my God. Man, never forgot about it, huh? Oh my Lord.
Hey, they won't forget.
53 seconds, timeout taken by Henry. Set the stage, he needs a touchdown, down by 4. 1 timeout remaining, using Derrick Henry at quarterback to try to lead him to glory after Ice recovers an onside kick, much like Henry did against Spammin in the wild card. 1st down and 10, Henry's outside of the pocket, and he'll run this out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, absolute mayhem at the Madden Bowl. I mean, what a game, one of the games of the year right now. And Ice is he gets we're talking about the game versus Henry in the kickoff when he had that crazy pick. The game yesterday, he had the triple doink catch. Got a lot of fluke on his side.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, I think was it User that pointed out yesterday, we talk about the Bugatti, we talk about Wesley. Is Ice finding his way into the conversation of lucky Madden players?
He ain't found a way. Listen, he top 2 and he ain't number 2 right now.
Facts. Oh boy.
1st and 10. Henry back to pass. Looking right side. There's Randall Cobb out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 35 seconds remain. Clef, how do you get your mindset back to the game after that sort of play?
It's for somebody like Henry, it's going to be easy. You know, he's been in this situation numerous times. I mean, he was just in this situation with Ice in the first tournament where he had something unfortunate go against him. So he has the experience to really just shake it off, and he'll be fine. You see him right here. He's still in good position right here. He got a lot of time left. A lot of time left if he handled this the right way. Especially with the meta of this game, you can get big plays when you need them.
Yeah. And getting that onside kick hurt, but then like you just said, like the fact that he gave up that touchdown with like 45 seconds left, that's still plenty of time. So it actually worked out for him decently. The one thing that does hurt is he needs a touchdown, not a field goal.
That was
out of bounds.
I was gonna say, I feel like he's doing a good job of getting out of bounds. He's getting out. Ice is letting him get out of bounds at will. So he's doing a good job of just keep getting out of bounds. Ice need to make a tackle in bounds to really have the time on his side.
24 seconds, right side.
I'm about to say, bro.
Tackled at the 28-yard line. He gets out of bounds once again.
That was scary. Henry's very lucky that he wasn't tackled in bounds. Might have used that last time out.
Only 28 yards away from taking the lead. Once again to the flat. Ice readjusts, scoots a little closer to the screen. He's got to find some defense. We're under 20 seconds to go. Henry needs a touchdown to take the lead and to stay alive here in the Ultimate Madden Bowl. It's Henry back to pass on 2nd and 4. Stepping up with Derrick Henry. He'll scramble. He's to the 12-yard line, and that final timeout is out. 14 seconds remain between Henry or Ice and a spot in the semifinals.
This is a battle. Pressure's on.
1st and 10. Derrick Henry stepping back, looking
No!
Sanders! Dot! Touchdown! Henry clutches up!
King Henry with a $45,000 beam in the back of the end zone.
Literal perfection.
Oh my God! Listen, if y'all don't know, that was probably the most masterful offensive drive y'all ever seen. Guy drove down there with 2 timeouts, getting out of bounds, not rushing it. A lot of people in that situation would just try to chunk it, but he kept inching and taking all the baby dots underneath, taking what Ice was giving him. You look back at this replay right here, the skinny post, he saw it, laser beam, high pass, aggressive catch. You heard him, clutch, man. That's a masterful piece. That's going in MCS history right there.
Blows a kiss to the camera, and one word, perfection. Clef, it was perfection.
Yeah, this kid is changing, man. He's growing up. He clutch moment after clutch moment. What can you say about him now? What can you say? Because he's been clutch. Oh, come on.
He gave it up.
Wow, he might have had that too, guys. He might have had that. He got a bad throw, and he obviously was across the line. But Henry, the user, was lacking behind that crosser.
Could be the final play of the game. 4 seconds remain. Zeros are now on the clock.
Horseshoe.
Ice got
so
some
far up there. So far
unbelievable luck.
I mean, it's crazy.
With that onside
Literal
kick.
Insane what I
But
just had to go
Henry puts together a masterful drive to take the lead in this game, and he will move on to the Madden Bowl semifinals, 2 wins away from his 2nd belt. What a game this was, Tyler Davis. Henry with a 45-42 win.
Maybe game of the year. And Henry, now you can see the confidence just beaming off him. He knows how good he is. He knows now he's fought through so much adversity that he can fight through anything, and he comes up clutch with 10 seconds to go. What a game. And King Henry, he reigns supreme again. He's headed on to the next round. Big $45,000 win. Now he's got $100K just in this tournament alone in his pocket. What a battle between 2 goons, 2 offensive juggernauts, and Henry gets it done.
I mean, that last drive, we're going to talk about the onside kick and the fact that, you know, once again, Henry seems to be involved in some of the weirdest plays when he plays ice. But that final drive, he said perfection. I think that's the perfect word because he didn't make a single mistake the whole time. And as User said, I think the most impressive part was he didn't get too aggressive. He took what the defense gave him, got out of bounds, and when it was his time to strike, he took it.
Yeah, and I like to call him those baby dots, right? He was throwing some out routes, getting out of bounds, saving that clock, had that key scramble to get about 15 yards, got down there, used his final timeout, and then he had 2 plays to the end zone. And the same thing he did all game, right? You know, he pretty much brought Ice's user to one side, and then he had these routes coming from the backside that Ice wasn't ready for, and he did that all game long, and he threw a clutch one on that post in the back of the end zone.
Let's bring him in, the defending belt winner and Madden Bowl semifinalist, none other than young Henry. Henry, a wild game. What is it with you and Ice, or you in general? Why does it seem like the wildest things happen whenever you're involved in an MCS game?
Man, I have no idea, bro. The game just wanted to be given a show, bro. They just want to give a show anytime I play, bro. I don't know why my games are always like this, bro. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. Henry, we got to talk about the 2 plays, really, that I think were key, right? The second half, you were on the 1-yard line, and you kicked the field goal. Talk me through that decision, then also take me through the onside kick and what you were feeling after that.
Yeah, so I kicked the field goal because I felt like I was playing pretty decent enough defense, and, you know, I really just needed to be up a possession. So I was like, let me just go ahead and kick this. And then as far as the onside, like, when I was up 10, like, when I got that touchdown to go up 10 with, like, 2 minutes left, I think it was, I knew the game was over then. I just knew I needed to pick up the onside. Then when he didn't get it, I was like, okay, let me play a defense to where he can score fast, because I'd rather be on offense for my money than defense. I mean, the dude just dropped 42 on my head, so I definitely want to be on offense.
Well, I'm curious, that final drive, I think you had the perfect reaction for it when you said it was perfection. Talk me through what's going through your mindset on a drive where you know you have to score a touchdown, you've got limited time, and you're taking these little 5-6 yard pass plays and getting out of bounds. How hard was it to stay patient on that drive?
Not hard at all. You just gotta keep the pace going. You gotta stay patient, because you gotta take what they give you. If you don't, that's how you can lose, because in that situation, one bad play and the game is actually over. So you got to just make sure you play as smart as possible.
I find it very funny that Deion Sanders caught that last touchdown. He let you down earlier in the game by not getting the feet in bounds, but he was clutch for you in the second half, was able to get a couple touchdowns. You're 2 wins away from a back-to-back belt. You got one more game tonight, man. Congratulations on your win. We can't wait to watch you later tonight. That is Henry, your winner of this wild first game. 3 more games tonight. And man, oh man, we've got a great one coming up next. Another, who's Henry's gonna face? That's the question everybody wants to know. It's gonna be one of these two as Canes takes on the young phenom and maybe the fan favorite, Astro. That is all coming up next.
One of the best plays in MCS history.
Who will be the champion?
Hello, everybody. What a beautiful evening here in Southern California where all the stars are out for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling?
Feels like game day, all right.
Then there's the pressure cooker. It's one heck of a ride. The rush of adrenaline, the joy, and the chaos of a game day experience. It's all right here. Aaron.
Here, you can literally ride momentum. And dreams are made with the dream team you build.
Please welcome everybody, Tom Brady.
Welcome to Madden Land.
It's game time, baby.
there it is, the final score. Henry getting it done over Don't Care About Ice, 45-42. And as one great user said, that may have been the most impressive offensive drive we have ever seen in Madden, or we will see this entire tournament. This was just game one, y'all. We have 2 more games to go, but Henry getting it done. I'm gonna take us right to the highlights. I don't think I can do this game justice, so user and Clef, please talk us through the madness we just saw.
Let me tell you right now, this is where Henry came up with the first book of the game right there. And y'all take notes, because that will be the only defensive stop for this game. Second quarter, you see right here, Henry coming up on 3rd and goal, tries to scramble in here. Ice coming up with a big stop on my guy Henry to hold him to 3, and that will be the 3 points that will change this game. Clef, tell him what happened after this dot right here.
Man, this is just a great recognition by Ice. Great play call, too. The timing of that, for him to man him up and just to have him on that streak, it was crazy. It was crazy. And listen, if you knew the old Henry, if you just started watching Madden 2 years ago, you don't know him now. This is a different dude. He fought through all that adversity. His confidence sky high. Come up with a dot right there. The kid is just on a different level. Right here, this is Ice scoring quick, but sometimes scoring quick, you know, it don't really help you out a lot. It don't help you out a lot because, like he said, you rather be on offense in this game than defense anytime. Right here, we got tight slots. This is probably the best formation in the game. You got post wheel drag. It's wide open, easy money dot. Easy.
Man, let me tell you, this is where Ice had to clutch up on 4th and goal, and he goes for it. Everybody saying, take the field goal, but he knows what's on the line. 45,000, we ain't kicking no field goal as he scrambles in there with Russell Dussel, and this is right here where Ice comes through with another luck charm right there, the horseshoe in his back pocket. He recovers the onside. He doesn't get a stop the whole game, but he recovers the onside, and then he sees the streak open, catches him with a bomb, and now he's up. Somehow, some way, he's up with no defensive stop, Jefferson. And Henry right here clutching up, hitting Deion Sanders on a skinny post aggressive catch. And that right there will be the game-sealing dot. You see Henry, Chris the crowd, and say, look, man, you know what it is, man. I'm clutch, man. Send me on to the semis.
We got to run back that final drive because, user, you said this may be the greatest offensive drive any of us have ever seen. He had less than 1 minute to go up and score that touchdown. Just two timeouts. Let's run through the final drive. Slowly talk us through what the hell we just saw.
I mean, as you see, 51 seconds, he has 1 timeout. All Ice has to do is tackle him inbounds 1 time. Just 1 time, and he can't do it. And that right there, that's what cost him. And so right here, as you see, he burned the timeout. He goes to the skinny post, catches Deion Sanders. He took everything that Ice gave him. A lot of players will feel the pressure, especially with 1 timeout, and say, hey, man, I got to get a chunk play. He didn't hit him with no crosser. He didn't hit him with no skinny post. He didn't get him with no wheel. It was nothing but baby dots out route, and he took what Ice gave him, and he trusted the clock management. He said, I'm going to get down there, and I'm going to use this timeout when I need it. And then he had to scramble wide open. He said, once I get to the 12, I got dots that can score from here. And then he burned that last time out. That's why it was a massive offensive drive.
Clef, you being such a competitor yourself and actually being in this tournament, is Henry the baddest man in this tournament? Is he really about to go out and win this belt?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he got the most momentum. He just won a belt. He just won a game where he should have lost. You know, if that type of stuff go against you, an onside kick, you lose that game most of the time. You do. You know, I think Ice gonna go back and realize, man, I should have had zone drops on. I should have baseline. He was sitting in default. He couldn't really stop anything to the sidelines. If he just made 1 tackle inbounds, that game turned out different. But he didn't. And here we go, Henry, looking to go back to back. I'm looking at this field. It ain't a lot of people who can beat him.
It's
not. He's the favorite right now, by far.
He's the favorite. He's also the #1 seed. However, there seems to be a jinx if you are the 1 seed. Our awesome researcher, Donnie Moore, right here. Every MCS Power Rankings #1 ranked player has lost in that event. First it was Drini during kickoff, then it was Clef. I'm sorry to bring that back up, Clef. Then it was Noah, and Henry TBD. Do we think he can break the curse? I guess we'll have to see. Henry will be facing either Canes or Astro. Whoever wins our next game, that game is coming up here in just a little bit. But before we get to our next game, I want to do some giveaways. I see you guys in the chat going crazy, asking for the giveaways, so why not go ahead and get the party started earlier? Right now, we'll be giving away the 2 Legend items that we revealed yesterday. A 97 overall Von Miller and a 97 overall Charlie Joyner. 2 cards that I'm pretty sure anybody would love to have. The very lucky winner of this one is Jake 311718. Again, the winner of Von Miller and Charlie Joyner, it is Jake 311718. If you did not win, don't be discouraged. Don't get mad at me in the chat. I don't got nothing to do with it. Just make sure you continue to stay tuned. We have more giveaways and even maybe a dump truck later. You guys have to continue to stay tuned and rock with us all night long. But I want to go ahead and dive into our second quarterfinal game tonight. The LCQ winner, Canes, the guy who knocked off our guy right here, Clef, he's taking on a competitor in his very first MCS major in Astro, the 18-year-old Maryland native. A true clash of styles as well as experience levels in this one. So, user, what are you focusing in on in this matchup?
This is going to be a tough matchup because I already know that Astro's going to be comfortable. He's going to come out here and be high power. Now, Canes, you can tell he was well prepared for Clef, but is he prepared for Astro? And the thing about it is he might need to take that same approach because Astro offense was explosive. He might want to try to slow it down and milk it and see if Astro has that run defense. That's why I feel like it's going to be the deciding factor in this game, the approach that offensively that Canes is going to bring into this game.
Yeah, same here. I'm just looking to see what is Canes going to run. I think for me, he had a great game plan just for me. It was to catch me off guard, you know, but Astro has seen this offense. He's seen exactly what he did to me. You know, Canes let his offense play defense, did a great job controlling the ball, keeping your offense off the field. Well, Astro just saw that. So I expect Canes to come out here with a brand new offense. I wouldn't be shocked if we see more shotgun, more bunch tight end, more Raiders playbook. That's what I would expect for him to come out with. I just can't see him going back to an offense that's way more gimmicky. You know what I'm saying? That only can get somebody one time. Only once. It got me. Can it get Astro the same way? I say no.
Oh. Okay, so some predictions that we think Canes is going to switch up his offense and maybe switch it up from what he did yesterday against you, Clef. But I want to know, since we're making predictions, who are you guys predicting will win this one? Clef, I'm going to ask you first. I don't know if you're going to pick the guy who knocked you off yesterday or not, but who are you going to rock with? Astro making his very first live event appearance or Canes?
Well, I'm going to tell you what. You can't never root for the man who beat you. Some people do because they want to look better. No, I'm going full hater mode. I'm hating. I want him out. I want him out by any means. Give me Astro over Canes. I got to take him.
Astro. Okay.
I got to take him.
Okay, the underdog. I'm rooting for Astro. I love a fun comeback story, like an underdog story. User, who you got, Canes or Astro? And is the glove coming out again? Like, what's up?
Listen, JP's my man. I'm not bringing out the glove. It was too scary. It was too scary for Henry. Y'all might be on to something. I'm done with the glove, man. Let me tell you, man. JP Canes, that's my guy. That's my guy, but unfortunately, he ain't my brother. And like Clef said, something must be done. Blood has been drawn. We need him out of there. Astro gotta get it done, to be honest. Let's be real here. Clef is in the booth today because of Canes. You think we want to sit here and gas him up for another game? Ain't no way. Astro handle business.
Okay, so both of you guys rocking with the 18-year-old making his live event appearance in Astro. It's time for us to get this game kicked off. The 3 of us will be back for halftime, but it's time to hand it over to Nick and TD for the game call.
Kimmy, thank you so much. Game number 2 of day number 2, the Ultimate Madden Bowl. It's underway. Can it live up to our first game? 87 combined points in that first game. It will be Canes getting the ball first here against Astro. Let's take a look at this matchup, our tale of the tape. Canes, the veteran, 22-5 here in Madden 22, but identical earnings, TD. Astro a little stronger offensively, has been able to put points up at will.
Yeah, he has. You know, might be the rookie of the year here. He's been having a phenomenal season, really coming onto the scene, only 18 years old. But Canes, this is his 9th EA major. He's been around the block for years now. You got the veteran versus the rookie. Should be a good matchup. You know, clash of styles, high passing from Astro. Canes likes to slow it down, maybe run the ball a little bit.
You mentioned that this is the largest Madden Bowl in history. These guys, they want their piece of the pie. As we take a look, if you don't know who Canes is, welcome on in. We're so glad you're here for the MCS. Canes, a veteran of competitive Madden, 26 years old from Money, Illinois. The 13 seed, he earned his way through the last chance qualifier, the 6th most wins in MCS history. And Ty, you look at that number, 122,000 and change in career earnings. He's looking to add to that today.
Yeah, he is. And since we have, a couple biased guys in the booth with Clef and User rooting against Canes, let me tell you about my guy Canes. He's been around for 10 years. He's really good at switching schemes on the spot as well. He can kind of switch within a few days. He did that versus Clef. So I want to see really, does he come out with the same scheme yesterday, or does he go back to what he's been running all year long?
This is the largest Madden Bowl in MCS history, and boy, there's a whole lot on the line. You talk about the money. Well, no doubt, there's a $1 million prize pool with a $250,000 top prize. And not only that, the biggest prize in MCS history, biggest first place prize in MCS history. You get to design that 97 overall item, which everybody always looks forward to. And Ty, more than anything, that Madden 22 Ultimate Madden Bowl belt, a piece that can be displayed for years to come and is forever bragging rights.
Exactly. You will have that forever. It's a memory. Of course, we got $250K to first place, a $1 million prize pool, the first ever $1 million Madden tournament. But of course, that belt, you hang it up anywhere, you brag to your family and friends, it goes down in Madden history.
How crazy is it that one of these players is going to win $250,000, which, if they had earned no money coming into this tournament, would put them top 10 in MCS earnings?
Yep.
All time?
It's literally life-changing money. And of course that's life-changing money, but even think about this. The winner of this game secures himself $100K, and that's life-changing money. Then he can win potentially $150K. Then, of course, the $250K. Man, I'm just super excited to be calling this. I can't believe how much Madden has grown over the years that we're giving away $1 million for one tournament. This is awesome, and this should be a good battle here between the Rookie of the Year and the savvy veteran.
It is Canes on offense first, rocking those Ravens uniforms, and we'll see what he decides to run. We saw a new Canes offense yesterday against Clef, and boy, it had some wrinkles out there, TD, that I think are tough to plan for.
Yeah, and it looks like he's staying with the same stuff that he ran versus Clef. I wanted to see, because I thought, he wanted to catch Clef off guard, give him a different look that he'd never seen, and that worked out because Clef was not expecting this single back bunch tight end, single back audible round type of offense, but he's sticking with it. And I do kind of like this approach going up against Astro. He's a high-powered passing volume player, and Canes can really slow the game down in this single back offense, run the ball a little bit, control the clock.
Derrick Henry at quarterback for JP. He's got Tony Pollard at halfback. You're going to see a lot of those two connecting. On second down, speak of the devil, it's Tony Pollard. A little angle route out of the backfield. Picks up 13 and a first down for Canes.
Yeah, he loved that angle route out of the backfield yesterday as well. And, speaking of Canes, like I said, he's a savvy veteran, but he's always been a guy that, he's not the most prolific passer, right? But he finds ways to get it done. He finds ways to win. He's usually going to run what the hot meta scheme is, but he can adjust on the fly. So, like, 1 week, he can run the gun bunch. The next week, he can run the trips tight end. He's never really been a guy that's known for, like, a gun bunch offense, right? He really runs what works, and he's been effective in his career doing that. But I'm a little surprised he went off meta. That's not usually his style, but he did it perfectly, and he's making a deep run in this tournament doing that.
He's going to pick up a first down with Pollard. One of the things that can't be overlooked, TD, is his preparation. He's got some of the best players to lab against, not just to test out this new offense, but to see how it will go against some of the more meta defenses.
Exactly. You got those 8-1-8 guys to lab with. We just saw Henry play. Canes and Henry are boys. You got guys like Wesley. You got guys like Kidd. So his brother, as we see, great defense right there. But let's not forget about Canes' brother as well, who you got to know is probably watching him right now, supporting him. His brother Suspect, who's a former, club champion with the Niners. So he's got a lot of guys around him that can really help him out, get those reps, which are so important when you want to get better at Madden.
Derrick Henry out of position at quarterback, the former Alabama Crimson Tide rolling right. Wait and see if anything would get open, but he'll take his yards off the intentional grounding, pick up all that he lost and a little bit more. Set up a 3rd and 9.
And I think that Henry is a great decision for Canes to run at quarterback, because when the play breaks down, you run with the quarterback. He has that pretty much same play he loves with the halfback wheel going towards that bunch side. Then on the backside, he has an in route and he has a deep post behind it. So that's pretty much been his bread and butter, his main money play. And of course, he mixes up the stretch RPO to go with it.
Back in that single back bunch he used so effectively yesterday. He'll look for the wheel route, low ball. Tony Pollard picks up another 11. Man, Tony Pollard's got to be tired with all the targets and carries he gets in this Canes offense.
Yeah, he's a beast for this offense. And right on cue, Canes goes to that play. And this time, throws to the halfback wheel. The flat route there to bring down the flat defenders. Astro was not ready for it with his user.
Timeout taken. It'll be interesting to see Astro, such a young player, how well he adjusts to this offense. If he can find some different defensive schemes. You know he's prepared coming into it, but this is just not a scheme that, even in a night where he knew what he had to expect from Canes and had some tape, it's tough to find a defense to stop this.
Yeah, and that's where when you play a guy like this, you really need to rely on your lab partners. You got to think Astro all night. You know, he had to call one of his guys up and say, hey, I need you to run this offense against me so I can get some looks for it. Now,
how is that not going the other way? Astro can't believe he didn't have a gift.
Oh, he was almost given a gift on a silver platter. Canes got to be freaking out right now, and Astro is super unfortunate. That was going to the house. No doubt about it.
2nd and 10. What happens very next play? Derrick Henry goes and picks up 10 yards on a scramble up the middle, 3rd and short.
Yeah, and just back to my point real quick. That's when you need a lab partner that can really help you. And that's the thing, you know, he labs with guys like Salty, guys like Space Jam and Gabagool. They're not obviously known to run this type of offense, but you hope that one of them can kind of replicate this all night to get him some reps.
Big stop on that carry, 4th and short now. Can Astro get off the field? It is going to be a pass over the middle. Made the user make a choice. He's going to take the drag or the wheel. Astro chose the wheel, and Canes easily took the drag route for a 1st down.
Yeah, beautifully said right there, Nick. It was one of those route combos that stresses the user, right? That same play. He's got the in route over the middle. You guard that, or do you guard the wheel route? He chose the wheel route. In route was wide open.
Henry in trouble. Down goes Derrick Henry. Taylor Mays sent off the edge, able to bring down Derrick Henry in the backfield.
Yeah, I'd like to see Astro send more pressure. When you play a player in single back, it can be a lot more difficult to make some passes in the pocket when you face pressure in those single back formations. So I like seeing some little more pressure versus that.
Yeah, he left the seam wide open, and Canes said, I will take that. Too easy. Justin Jefferson right down the middle.
Yeah, this offense is tough from Canes. I mean, even when you shut down the single back bunch tight end or the deuce close, he can audible up, and he goes up to the shotgun, and like you said, seam streak right over the middle. Astro sent pressure. Middle of the field was wide open. Canes takes advantage, and this offense looks really good.
And by the way, Ty, look at how much time Canes was able to take off the clock.
Yep. Exactly.
That's what's wild, is that it's a mixed offense.
Exactly.
He can run it, he can pass it, he does a little bit of everything out of that single back bunch. If you don't know young Astro, we're all learning a little bit about him. He stormed onto the scene and become a fan favorite. 18 years old from Waldorf, Maryland, the number 12 seed, able to earn the last spot out of the MCS points ranking. $65,000 in career earnings. Yeah, that's all right here. He is the youngest competitor in the Ultimate Madden Bowl, but TD, he doesn't look like he is phased at all.
No, he does not. Of course, he didn't qualify for any other events this year, but he has come out swinging in the Madden Bowl. What a performance yesterday, taking down a veteran like Kerry Q, and he was absolutely dialed in on offense. That's why I can't wait to see what he does out here on offense again, because, you know, I think he only threw a few incompletions yesterday, threw for a bunch of yards and touchdowns, so his offense was firing on all cylinders.
Let's see what Astro does offensively, because he's looking at that single back bunch tight end. Ty, Astro did not, like, Kerry Q had no answer for what Astro wanted to do. Astro picked any play he wanted. He could have run coach suggestions, and he was going to find touchdowns.
Yeah, it was a rough day at the office for our guy, Kerry Q. Astro was doing whatever he wanted. I think he's just doing, like, some, you know, some pre-stuff here where maybe he might go to the single back bunch stand. I would expect him to stay in his gun bunch. Yeah, looks like he's going to do that. But you do want to be prepared. You want to set your audibles for every formation when you're in a competitive tournament game like this in case something goes wrong or you want to audible down to something like single back bunch tight end.
Quick snap from Astro on 1st and 10 out of that bunch offset. He will find Adrian Peterson near the first down marker, give him 9 on the first play of the game. Astro utilizes tempo to keep the defense off guard.
Yeah, goes with a lot of tempo here. We saw that yesterday, too. He was quick at the line, quick snap in the lot, just making great reads in this bunch offense. Got him again.
It does click on from Canes, but it's not fast enough. As that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-0. Canes used almost all of the first quarter, but Astro already on the drive.
Yeah, Astro's electric to watch, man, whether it's his personality where he gets fired up after big plays or just the way he plays the game. I mean, it's up-tempo, it's fast, it's like a college offense.
You ain't
just
watch
throwing
this?
dots.
You ain't watch this here? You ain't watch Calvin?
Huh?
Come on, bro.
Excuse me?
Makes plays.
Tip, swatted, back into the hands of Megatron. How about Astro with a little bit of the bounce that goes his way? Touchdown for the youngin'.
Oh my goodness, absolutely sickening for Canes. We definitely need a replay of this. It was a swat, just a bad read, you know, wasn't there. Canes swatted it, and he gets the lucky catch in the end zone with Megatron. And we talked to Astro. He said Megatron was his best player, his most important player, and he comes up with a very lucky catch for a touchdown.
What is going on here on day 2 of the Madden Bowl? Let's take a look at this touchdown one more time, TD. It didn't look like it was the read, but it ended up going for 6.
Yeah, just super crazy right there. Tipped and then caught. Astro knows how lucky he just got, but he's going to take it all day long.
Yeah, Canes back to work on offense. There goes Tony Pollard on the stretch run past the 40 to the 45, past the 50. Trying to weave his way around the defense. A great run. Tony Pollard, big play to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, big run right there. And I've always been a fan of kind of being as balanced as you can within your offense. And that's why this offense for Canes is difficult to stop because you don't know if it's going to be the stretch. You don't know if he's passing out of it.
Give me the ball! Ball's out. He's picked up by DK Metcalf. And Astro has a lot of space. Astro's got green grass. He'll...
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God, what am I doing?
Listen, I don't want to...
Fuck, pay attention, bro.
He got too excited, Nick. He got way too excited. And he ran out of bounds.
I have never seen that. I've never seen that.
But see, Nick, this is what goes back to that inexperience. He's a youngster. He makes a big hit. He gets too excited. And you hope that just doesn't come back to haunt him.
A on the seam streak to be one of them. Instead, he'll take 2 yards. I have never seen... I mean, it was a walk-in touchdown. For a second, it crossed my mind, TD, that he did that intentionally to use more clock. But then I saw his reaction. I went, oh, that was not on purpose.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we definitely need a replay of that no matter what happens here because I don't even think he was looking at the TV. That's the problem. But it doesn't matter. Throws a beam.
All right, well, he got it there anyways. Touchdown over the middle to Jerry Rice, but that is one of the weirdest drives we have ever seen.
This game is turning upside down quickly. I mean, I don't think he was even looking at the TV. I think he was just so excited looking at the camera, and he ran out of bounds. But it doesn't matter. He came up with the clutch dot. What a weird game so far.
What a weird day so far.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. What a weird day. Onside kicks, tip catches. Now this, let's take a look at the play that set up that touchdown. Big hit on Tony Pollard, a user hit stick scooped up by DK Metcalf. Ty, I was ready to call the touchdown, but Astro steps out of bounds.
He just completely stepped out of bounds. Just wasn't even looking. Yeah, we thought it was an easy touchdown. But the kid, I like what I saw though. You know, mental mistake, rookie on the game, on the scene, first event, but he bounced back, right? He's like, okay, forget that. I'm gonna step up in the pocket. I'm gonna throw a dot. So I like to see that bounce back. But he needs to find some defense for the stretch RPO.
I just need to find out from the chat. Chat, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you thought after he stepped out of bounds that there was a guaranteed turnover coming. Like a pick was getting thrown, a fumble was happening. Once he stepped out of bounds, there was no way he was scoring. Because I'm putting a 1 in the chat for myself.
Yes, 100%.
Can't roll out.
All that stuff always happens.
He's clueless. He's clueless.
Let's bring in one great user. User, have you ever gotten so excited to score a touchdown that you've accidentally run out of bounds?
No, never. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm so happy that he scored because if he would have turned this ball over, we would have never heard from him again. we would have never heard or seen him again. That's a career ending. In a moment like this, you get so excited looking at the camera. That's what we're talking about, the inexperience.
Bad angles from Astro. Randall Cobb to the house. User, I'm sorry, you got a great point. But Canes took advantage of some poor defensive stick and is able to score. He's a point away from tying this up.
Hey, he's going to have to fight. He's in a dog fight. Listen, Canes isn't going to lay down. This is a whole different tempo from when he played Kerry Q yesterday. He got a big hit stick fumble. Now he has to be smart and strategic with this clock. If he's smart, he takes all the time left. Even if he has to settle for 3, do not leave Canes any time. He gets ball at half, so he'll at least be up in possession with the ball.
What a weird play. Ty, tell me what happened here defensively.
Yeah, just kind of bad stick work there with Springs. Just, you know, Cobb, too much speed and couldn't catch up to him. Just kind of missed him. It was wide open over the middle. Canes, he pretty much runs the same play. Every time he's passing, he's running the same route combos. And Astro has no answer for it, whether it's that or the stretch RPO. That fumble right now is the difference in the game. But you know Canes, like you just said, Canes is a veteran. He's literally seen and done everything. He's played everyone that you can think of in the Madden community. He's been in every big game. So those type of things aren't going to get to him as much as a guy might like Astro. So you know he's going to bounce back, but Astro looking good on offense again here.
Let's bring in Clef the God. Clef, what is it with you when you show up, like last tournament, this tournament, like it feels like all the weird stuff, we're having sorts of weird bounces, and I've never seen anybody run out of bounds like that. Do you just bring the weird mojo?
Man, I bring entertainment, man. That's all it is. That's the word for it, entertainment. It's just nothing but entertainment, man. I'm excited though. Kane, this style really don't fit Canes right here as far as Astro has ball. He's been granted, really been gifted a stop. You know, how is he going to respond when he's been controlling the clock? It's kind of hard to control the clock from behind. So will he open things up? Will we see more shotgun? I'm interested to see.
Yeah, Clef, what was did you feel like you got a better feel for Canes' offense as the game went on? Like, what do you think Astro needs to do? Because he's really struggling versus that single back bunch tight end.
No, I felt like I didn't get a feel for it because the game happened so fast. He made the game happen so fast that I really didn't even get an opportunity to think. You know, he was kind of just controlling the clock. I mean, I had the ball only a few times. I couldn't really get a feel for what was going on because he kept me on my toes. It's very difficult to play against, off meta and with not a lot of preparation for it.
Wilson right side, he'll find Adrian Peterson. Guys, stick with us. Halftime of this game. We got more of those giveaways. I know the chat's out there wondering when we're going to give away more of those MUT items. So stick with us. Those are coming up at halftime with Kimmy, User, and Clef the God. 1st and 10 for Astro. He's worked this clock under a minute. He'll hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson. AP finding his way to the 25-yard line. 3rd carry of the day. And quickly back to the line on 2nd down.
And you see Astro, he'll periodically, you see him glance his eyes up. He's always monitoring that clock here, trying to manage it best he can. I love the strategy, too. For a youngster, he's managing this clock well. He knows he needs to make this the last possession of the first half.
1st and 10, back to Peterson. Just running the ball and being comfortable in this end of half situation. Timeout taken by Canes.
You don't want to play too passive if you ask her. You still want to try to get 7.
And I think guys, I think Canes just kind of gifted him a timeout right there. That helps Astro.
That was a weird timeout, right? Like, that felt weird.
Yeah, like I know his defense probably wasn't set up, but man, that was a free stoppage for Astro.
In trouble. Underneath, he'll find Peterson. He'll go out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Astro with a little bit of the ponder, the chin scratch. 18 years old, youngest player in the field. Looking to capitalize on a golden opportunity here in the Ultimate Madden Bowl. 30 yard, he'll motion Tate out of the bunch. And he'll throw it back.
Man, that's 2. We make plays. What is Astros team was out there doing tip drills last night in practice. For the 2nd time, he gets a tip ball touchdown. This time it's Jerry Rice on the receiving end.
Absolute blasphemy. I don't even know what's going on anymore. What is going on in this tournament? Canes is absolutely sick. I mean, that's perfect defense. perfect defense.
Clef really does bring the entertainment.
He does. Oh, yeah, heart breaks for Canes right there.
Ty, here's the replay. Deja vu.
I mean, yeah, what can you say? It's a perfect swat. And who is that? Jerry Rice comes out of nowhere and gets the touchdown. Twice we've seen it now. Unbelievable.
Only 8 seconds remain in the first half. Canes got to recover that. Canes will have to find a way, I would say, to stop that. But if you feel like he's playing great defense, a couple questionable reads, and Astro's been on the benefit of both of them. First down and 10 to the tight slots. Derrick Henry at quarterback for Canes. Screened out off the edge. He'll find Tony Pollard, trying to make something happen. With 1 second left, he'll take his final timeout.
Yeah, what a first half. Canes got to find a way to bounce back here in this second half. The last play right here, look for a stretch RPO maybe. But yeah, just nothing going his way. I mean, the 2 tips, the fumble that almost went for 6. A lot of things going against Canes, but he is still in it if he can hang around. And Astro got a lot of fluke on his side. He's playing great on offense, of course, Astro. Looks like Canes going to try a little Hail Mary here to end the half.
Defense will get there, though. That will end the first half. 21-14, Astro on top. 2 tip ball touchdowns for young Astro. Does he have the magic to make a run here in the Madden Bowl?
He might. Sometimes, you know, you need that in a tournament like this. Astro, all the angels, all the fluke right now on his side. I mean, 3 crucial plays that just, there's nothing you really can do. You can't control that if you're Canes. He's got to be able to bounce back. Of course, Astro getting the ball, so he's in complete control as we head into the second half.
Second half coming up in a bit. Wild first half. Got to digest what happened there as Astro goes out of halftime with a 21-14 lead, and Astro has the ball to start the second half. Kimmy, User, and Clef. I don't know what to say, y'all. This has been a weird day already. We still got a second half and another game after this.
I don't know how we could keep making it get better than this, but welcome into the Refill Show presented by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Lunchtime is your halftime. In the current score at halftime, Astro is up by 1 score, 21-14. You guys, I don't even know where to begin or where to start, but Clef, I gotta get you in on this scene, as you did lose to Canes yesterday. And now Canes is kind of getting a whooping from Astro, but this game's been very weird. Multiple tipped balls, fumbles, all of the weirdness. What are your thoughts from what we saw in that first half?
Well, I'm going to say this. I feel like this is partly my fault. I do, because I put this in the air. I was hoping he got cheated. I prayed on it. I used all my energy to manifest it, and it's coming true. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's partly my fault. But what I'll say is, you know, it's been a wild first half. I feel like this pace is definitely fitting Astro. You know, it's way more up-tempo. You know, Canes want to play way more methodical, kind of tire you out, really bore you, and then get you with the wheel routes and the dots. So this is definitely favoring Astro.
All right, User, come on, hop in there.
I mean, listen, let's be honest here. I wanted Canes to get popped, but, you know, to go out like this, I mean, he's got to fight right now. It's a tough situation. He's down 7. Astro offense, I don't believe we've seen him get stopped one time in this tournament from yesterday or today. Now, he has gotten some fluke, but Canes is going to have to do what no one has done yet. Come up with a stop if he wants to get himself in this ball game. But I don't know if it can be done because Astro offense is already explosive. Then you add the Angels on it? Might be GG's in the chat.
But you guys, I mean, Canes is only behind by 1 possession. Let's look at the play. Break it down, guys.
As you see right here, man, he hits Calvin Johnson. He was bad. Jerry Rice come out of nowhere like, listen, this is how we drew it up. This is how we drew it up, man. Astro, he's gliding right now, getting a little bit of fluke, but sometimes you need luck to win games.
Okay, so I want to drill in because trust me, I think all 3 of us are rooting for Astro in this one. But the reality is that Astro is only leading by 1 possession, and if the first half is going to be at all indicative of the wildness we could see in the second half, it could continue to be competitive. Now, the one thing that we've seen Astro struggling with is making sure he can have defensive stops against Canes, because Canes has been running that single back bunch tight end, and it seems like Astro has been disjointed. So is there at all a possibility where Canes could come in and get it done in the second half? What do you think, user?
This is Madden 22. Madden 22 and you asking for 2 stops? 2 stops. It's one thing to ask for 1, but 2 stops. That's the difficult thing. Even though he's down by 7, everyone knows it's so hard to get a defensive stop on this game, and Canes is feeling the pressure. Listen, I lucked up and got an onside last game. That may be something that Canes will try to pull out, because if Astro doesn't manage this clock well and he just starts, trying to be a high-scoring game and not really milking it, it's going to give Canes time, when he's scoring, to try to mix it in, get some onside, some fluke to try to turn this game around.
Yeah. Go hop in there. Hop in there, Clef. I was just about to ask you. I'm shook, so I don't even know what to say.
Asking for, like you said, asking for 2 stops, that's asking for a lot. That's like when you go to the grocery store with your mom, you start asking for candy and stuff, and she tell you, boy, let's go home. You know what I'm saying? You asking for too much. You asking for way too much. So I think right now, Astro in the driver's seat. When you up by 7 in Madden 22 and you got ball, that's a tough deficit. I will say this, Canes has been here a lot. He has the experience. He has all that on his side. But at the same time, Astro playing so loose, he's allowing himself to get these fortunate plays. So I look for Astro to kind of pull away in the second half and speed Canes up.
All right, well, the second half is going to kick off in just a little bit, but Madden community, you guys voted for this season's standouts. And now, the Madden NFL 22 Ultimate Team of the Year is here, and we are giving away not 1, but 2 players. Actually, no, not 2 players. That's boring. Why don't we give away the entire offense, all 10 players? User, tell me why this is a must-have, because this is wild. At first, I was like, I'll give away 1. No, maybe 2. Just kidding. All 10. Whole team.
Hold on. I don't think this is correct, Kimmy. Ain't no way we giving away the whole offense. This is crazy.
Whole offense. All 10, baby.
Can I somehow get in this giveaway? How? If you look at each card, that's $250. That's $250 for each card. Add that up. Somebody about to be mud rich and rebuild their whole team. You got arguably the best players in each position right here. It's a crazy giveaway.
Yeah, if you don't got a team up to date, man, you win this giveaway, you right in motion. You hit the lottery. You like the Brooklyn Nets, how the Nets were. They didn't really have much. Then Kyrie came, KD came, and Harden came. That's how you gonna be. You got to love that.
We gotta bring it big. When we have $1 million prize pool, we gotta bring it big to our people. So I feel like I'm giving away the lottery ticket, the golden ticket, like Willy Wonka. The very lucky winner of this giveaway is Snaggy AI. Snaggy AI, congratulations. You just won that entire offense, all 10 players. Congrats to you. Don't be mad at me, y'all. In the chat, we have more and more giveaways, so continue to rock with us all night long, as well as next week as we continue on in tournament play. Now, we'll be taking a few days off, and then we are back with more Madden Bowl action. Speaking of continued tournament play, as we make our way through the other half of our bracket. We've got another finalist to crown, another $150,000 to hand out as well. All that madness kicks off Wednesday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, YouTube, and the ESPN app. That is day 3 of action, but we're still locked in for day 2, game 2. Speaking of, let's get to the second half. Nick, TD, take it away.
Thank you so much, Kimmy. A wild first half, and I don't think wild even describes it. Astro with the 7-point lead and the ball. Nick Mazesco, Tyler Davis along with you, TD. It's almost indescribable. If you explain to somebody what happened in the first half of play, I think some would think Astro might be up by 40.
Yeah. It's tough to explain, but because Canes is playing a good game. Honestly, those 2 tips that went Astros' way for touchdowns, those could have been picks. It's like a 50-50 ball. It could have went the other way as well. And besides that, Canes hasn't really made any mistakes. And then if Astro, you take those 2 things away though, or the two tip touchdowns, he hasn't really made a mistake. So I don't know. It's just a wild, weird game. But it's going to come down to defense. Someone's got to get a stop, especially Canes here, and it starts on this drive. He's got to be able to fight through that adversity and get back on offense.
Also, don't forget, Astro had a fumble recovery earlier.
Up, spin cycle. Call that man a Maytag, but he's got himself a nasty spin cycle.
Yeah, that was nasty right there. Goes to the slant across the middle. Man coverage across the board from Canes. Astro hits him with the slant. He whoops that man coverage, then hits him with a nice spin, and he's getting this drive going early.
Uh-oh, dangerous throw over the middle. Boy, that could have been one of those sack interceptions by the defensive tackle. Luckily, it falls to the ground.
Yeah, and that's one of those for Canes or anyone rooting for Canes. It's like, okay, you know, you haven't given me much this game, but if you give me that one, we're okay. We're okay, Madden. Just give me that one. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get it.
Good coverage all over the board. He's going to try to find B. Under pressure, inaccurate. Luckily, it falls harmlessly to the ground. Sets up a 3rd and 10 for Astro.
Canes getting a little bit more pressure here. Gets that block shit off the left edge, forcing that under pressure, like you said. Incomplete ball. Wasn't even near the receiver.
3rd down, 10 from the 33-yard line. Russell Wilson back to pass. Canes might have found something defensively, and then just like that, he finds Jerry Rice. So Canes might have found something defensively, and Astro says, I found a guy by the name of Jerry Rice. No tip needed, ladies and gentlemen. It's a touchdown as he goes up by 2 scores.
Yeah, Canes went back to that man coverage. Astro, I like what he did, motioned out that post, give him a little bit of separation, a little boost off the line, and he beat that man coverage over the top. Canes' user was too far underneath. Big time touchdown for Astro to make it a 2-possession ball game.
28-14. Astro with the lead. We'll see what Canes can do offensively. This is the tough part about playing the offense that Canes does, is when you rely so much on some of those runs, if you go down, it's just tough to come back. So take a look one more time. Ty Jerry Rice post route.
Yeah, you see him motions out that post route. Jerry Rice just whoops the man coverage, and Canes' user was not ready for it.
I see that pillow that he's got on his couch, by the way. Is that Fred Flintstone? Is the Fred Flintstone pillow on his couch?
You know, I talked
Is
to
usually
Astro.
to make a jacket.
Hey,
yeah,
Nick, speaking of that, listen to this. I asked Astro, you know, any pregame rituals, any in-game rituals. Says he watches the SpongeBob SquarePants movie before every Madden game.
That's classic. That is a wild ritual because that takes an hour and 45 minutes.
I know.
That's a classic. I'm just wondering, like, I saw that Fred Flintstone pillow that Astro had. I wonder if Hughes is going to make a jacket out of it someday.
Yeah, he probably will. He's got the Ladybug, you know, we got the Joe Exotic, Tiger King. Oh, that's next.
At that point, I'm calling him one great Yabba Dabba Doozer.
Next Friday, we'll see it.
28-14 our score, 2nd and 10. Canes back to pass. Stepping over Derrick Henry, finds it's Allworth over the middle of the field. Allworth was big for Canes in that first game.
Yeah, he was, and one of the best route combos in Madden right there. A little slant, crosser combo, stresses the user over the middle. Astro was forced to guard the crosser, so Canes checks it down to the slant.
Let's be honest, man. Y'all think y'all gonna sit up here and talk crazy?
Canes got one.
All right.
Canes got one. That's 3 in this game. What's going on?
This is wild. User, you ever seen anything like this?
Nah, I ain't seen nothing like this. Like y'all talking about me rocking a Fred Flintstone jacket. Y'all out of line. Talking about Yabba Dabba User.
I thought we were going to be able to distract him with that tip catch, but User's got laser focus.
User, if there's anyone that can make it work, it's you. I mean, you rock the Ladybug. You can make the Fred Flintstone work.
That's true, but you're gonna disrespect the cheetah. It's not a ladybug. It's a cheetah. Stop playing. Stop playing games, Ty.
Crazy. Derrick Henry taking off for Canes. Don't really know. Yeah, sure, 29-yard line. Give him a first down. That's 3 in this game. 3 deflected catches.
Yeah, but that's something. Those are one of those things that Canes kind of needed, right? You know, he needs a little bit of that fluke back. I don't know how much of a difference it made because the other 2 were touchdowns, but he'll take it, and he's moving methodically. Hey, you see 10 for 12. Like, he's playing really good on offense. Hasn't made any mistakes on offense, but he's got to punch this in before the end of the 3rd quarter, in my opinion. As fast as possible, make this a 1-possession game, get back on defense.
Kevin!
Got him stuck on the D-tackle.
Down.
Oh, Nick, that's a missed opportunity for Canes. He got Astro stuck on the D-tackle. Probably would have had a touchdown. Astro fortunate to get the sack.
3rd and 8 for Canes. Real out well covered, but guess who's not covered? Lance Allworth to the end zone. Canes cuts into this lead. A head shake. I think everybody's shaking their head after what we've seen in this game.
Yeah, this game is wild. What a response from Canes. He's flawless on offense, really hasn't made a mistake. I think he's 11 for 14 passing right now. And if it wasn't for that fumble, it's probably a tie game right now, but great response to bounce back. Now the pressure shifts to Astro here. We'll see how Astro kind of manages this. Yesterday, remember, he started to run the clock a little bit. I think he's got to stick to his game plan, though. Stick in that gun bunch offset where he's comfortable and keep trying to go down the field methodically and score points.
Anybody else see that ball rolling and wonder if he was going to stop on the 1 yard line? Let's take a look at this one more time. Ty, the something is going on. This game has been wild.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when you try to aggressive catch with the running back, you know, you're going to get drops. But just the fact that it was another tip, and we've seen it for the 3rd time now, really wild.
Left side, that's Megatron to the 42-yard. Anybody else getting messed up by seeing Johnson out there for the Bengals? I keep being like, that's Ocho Cinco. Oh, it's 81. Hold on.
Yeah. I mean, it is about a 5-inch height difference. But, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'm sorry, I don't see them matched up next to each other to see how tall they are. Jeez. That one can't be brought in by Golden Tate. 2nd down and 10, just 20 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Still got one more game to go. Henry awaiting the winner of this game. Quick turnaround for these two, whoever comes away with the victory. As Russell Wilson looks right side, he finds Golden Tate to the 39-yard line. 15 seconds left on the clock.
And Kane's pressing a little bit now. You see him really in that cover 0, sending pressure, man-to-man across the board. It's pretty much single coverage, and Golden Tate's just kind of whooping him on that corner route. So Kane's starting to press, trying to force some type of turnover, and Astro doing a great job sitting in the pocket, making some good reads.
Force up in the channel. 28-21 as we head to the final quarter of this quarterfinal game. That was an awesome sentence. Just pleasing English right there. Getting sticky out there. He's getting sticky out there. Megatron would hit him with the fake spin.
Styling and profiling from Astro with that Megatron. I mean, did you see the catch animation first? Like, that was one of those rocket catch, user catch animations we've seen in the past. Just a pass lead inside, clicks on, aggressive catch. And that's why Astro said, Megatron is my most valuable player. You saw it right there. Little rocket catch animation, and then hits him with the nasty stick work. And he's in business here, cooking with sauce.
Bye.
It's Adrian Peterson, no walking to the end zone. And Astro with the wave to the camera. Ty, this kid has no shortage of confidence.
No shortage of confidence. You can see him, he's moving, he's feeling good. You hear him yelling it out. End it, man. Let's end it. For an 18-year-old in his first event, he is feeling good. Confidence is sky high.
$35-21. High-scoring affairs here on day 2 of the Ultimate Madden Bowl. So we take a look one more time. This is the play that set it all up. Some nasty stick work. Megatron hit him with the, excuse me, pardon me.
Yeah, a little spin move to start. Then the end was a little bit fluky, but he'll take it. Nice stick work, getting down to the 2-yard line, and then he's able to punch it in.
My guy 804 Legend sent me a message on Twitter when we were talking about that single back bunch. He says that one of the biggest advantages is the quarterback gets the ball quicker with sort of similar reach to the shotgun bunch. You don't have to wait for that shotgun snap to get back there. Plus, you can run out of that formation under center. It really provides a lot of options for somebody who's looking to run a West Coast style offense.
Exactly. A lot of options out of it. You can audible around to the different formations. We talked yesterday about the personnel difference, whether you want to sub in a tight end or keep the receiver there. So, yeah, great little tidbit there from our guy Legend. But, yeah, this single back offense, might see it now more, getting popular in weekend league and stuff. Kane's bringing it to the table, looking really good in it.
2nd down to 10. Derrick Henry under center. Drop back to pass, waiting, looking. Didn't take the wheel route. I thought the wheel route had an option early. Instead, he was looking somewhere else. He'll pick up 3 on the scramble, 3rd and 5.
Thought he had a couple things there, had the in route as well. Couldn't really make a play with the scramble. And now the pressure and the time starting to work against Canes.
I can't believe that, by the way, that Kimmy just drops the bomb on us, that they're going to be giving away the entire Team of the Year offense. Excuse me, is that even legal around here? Those giveaways coming up after the game. I'm just glad that we're not going to be like waiting at halftime, TD, because we can get in the chat, because that is an absolutely buck wild giveaway.
Absolutely fire is what I like to call it right there. That's going to be big time. Can't wait to see who wins that one. Huge stuff.
Take off with Derrick Henry. Again, another play where it looked like a couple options were out there, but he takes the safe play. Scrambles with Derrick Henry. We're under 4 minutes to go.
Goes back to his money play, and that's a clutch conversion. That was probably the game right there for Canes, keeping his tournament life alive. Scrambles with Henry, and he keeps the dream alive. Ooh, what user right there from Astro. Great click on. You saw Canes kind of hesitated, wanted to throw the ball at the last second. Astro took the routes away and made a great user sack.
Second down and 11. Goes from the single back bunch to the gun bunch. Tony Pollard on the left hip of Henry. Waiting. Oh, so much pressure. He's going to chuck this up there. That's a tough throw, but he gets it there. Derrick Henry with a beam to Lance Allworth down to the 12-yard line.
What an absolute laser from Canes. And let's talk about the pocket presence. I mean, that pocket was collapsing. Looked like he had no chance. And he just...
And then takes a massive hit. That one almost got picked off the deflection.
Yeah, that was a really scary read right there. But the previous play before that, great pocket. Looked like he just had no chance going to get sacked, and he threw a beam on the post to Allworth.
Second down and 10. Henry back in the end zone, wide open. Tony Pollard, feet are in, and JP has life. He cuts into this Astro lead, back to a 1-score lead.
Staying alive, the veteran with a nice dot over the middle. Had the double wheel routes to the outside, then the halfback on the streak, right up the seam. Here we go, we got a ball game. One possession, plenty of time, 3 timeouts for Canes. So now once again, we'll see what Astro does. Does he try to use some of this clock, run the ball a little bit, or does he stay with that up-tempo, high passing attack offense?
Take a look at this one more time. Tony Pollard, just that little, it's not even a wheel route. It's a streak route out of the backfield, but it starts out by going horizontal and then goes straight upfield.
Yeah, it's a great play right there from Canes. You saw Astro's user was all the way over on the right side of the field, worrying about that wheel route over there, so he couldn't get back to the halfback. Great play call, great read, great throw from Canes.
A one-handed catch by Golden Tate on the sidelines. He had B open on the crosser, but made the tougher throw and an even tougher catch.
Yeah, he's a little late on that corner route. Lucky to get it in there. Now you see Astro using that clock. Expect him to hike this under 2:30 or as close to it as he can, so it gets down to the 2-minute warning after this play.
And there's Golden Tate. X Factor's activated. He's already down to the 31-yard line, and Canes is in trouble. 2 plays, Astros in field goal range. He'll be able to take this to the 2-minute warning.
And you heard Astro say after that completion, he said GG's, because this is going to make it really difficult for Canes. Astro now in field goal range. You know, he could probably just run the ball 3 times here.
And Ty, I mean, again, this game isn't over. We've seen weird stuff in this game. But point this out, Astro went from not making a live event to being the last Madden point qualifier for the Madden Bowl to now being 2 wins away from $250,000.
Unbelievable. That's why it's hard not to root for the youngster, right? He's like the Cinderella story of this tournament. Just didn't even make one event all year. People question whether he should be in the tournament or not. And you see it, he's just throwing lasers left and right. Like, say what you want about the fluke. Yes, it happened. It's unfortunate for Canes. But Astro, besides that, and including yesterday, he's been dialed in on offense, man, making great reads. You have to be impressed with him.
And he might have some of the best offensive click-on we've seen, making some of these, like, rocket catches.
Oh, yes, his music, especially from his guy Megatron over there. And you see it now, the celebration coming in. He knows now he just secured himself 100 G's, 100K. He's got a chance. He's got a chance, Nick, at that 250 in his first ever event.
35-28, the score. Young Astro. I know there are a lot of people out there in chat who are rooting for this kid.
Whoa.
He'll fall down with Russell Wilson.
You got to be careful there, though. I don't know about that play call. Smart, obviously, to go down. But to call a pass play right there, very interesting.
2nd and goal. Gets to use a little bit of clock. And now on this play, he only has to use about 3 seconds and the ball game is officially over. Astro, by the way, talk about a game. We saw Henry with the masterful drive to end his game. Now you got Astro, who's putting together some fantastic offensive drives. We're set up for a unbelievable semifinal.
Oh, man, if you guys like offensive firepower and points, and hold on, look at this. Look at the smarts of the 18-year-old. Absolutely beautiful. He ran backwards enough time to get under 30 seconds. Absolutely brilliant right there by the youngster. You've got to be impressed.
GG's in the chat. Astro takes down the veteran. He's taking down 2 veterans in back-to-back days. It was Carrick yesterday. He's able to defeat Canes 35-28 here in this quarterfinal matchup of the Ultimate Madden Bowl tie. Astro, yes, there was some fluke. There was some batted balls. But in the second half, it really felt like Astro found his groove.
Yes, first half, of course, with the fluke, had the Angels on his side, but the second half, he dialed in. He took advantage of what he was given in the first half, and on offense, he looked absolutely flawless again. And that's a huge win. You heard him say, 100K in the pocket, big-time win for Astro.
Big win for Astro to get 2 wins away from the Madden Bowl. Nick Mazesco, Tyler Davis along with you. Ty, I just continue to be impressed with this kid's poise, even when things, maybe he gets a bad break, or even in a game like this, where there's more money on the line than he's probably ever played with at one time. He doesn't seem nervous at such a young age. How does he have so much composure?
I know, that's the big question, too. And I go back to the point of people thought he shouldn't even be in this tournament, didn't make an event. You know, people said other people should be ahead of him, and he's proven everyone wrong. And he's been confident from the jump, from the start, and he's playing great ball. Super impressed with the youngster.
Again, a great run from Canes. Had to fight through that LCQ just to get here. Brought out a new offense, and I think that's one of the things that always impressed me about Canes is he tries to think a couple steps ahead. That's the 8-1-8 method. You're always going to try to be ahead of your opponent.
Yeah, great run from Canes, as usual. He always gets into these tournaments, always consistent year in and year out, making deep runs. And like you said, always has that strategy to try to catch his opponents off guard. Got that big win versus our guy Clef. Falls short here, but Astro just playing at an elite level right now.
Let's bring in the youngest player in the MCS Madden Bowl field and a semifinalist as we head into the Ultimate Madden Bowl. 2 wins away from belt is none other than Astro. Astro, congrats on your win, man. Talk to me about what may have been the weirdest game we have seen in terms of bounces and deflections. You're able to fight through a little bit of that both ways, but talk to me how it is keeping your composure in that sort of game.
I mean, I was getting lucky the whole game, or the whole first half at least. But, I mean, I knew he wasn't going to stop me. Like, it's not like he was playing good defense. I kind of just threw the ball, like, right at him because I was trusting Calvin like I have been all year since I had him. And it's been working pretty well so far. So, I mean, that's good for me.
Yeah, big win, Astro. We got to talk about the fumble. You know, you look like it's an easy path to the end zone, right? And then you walk out of bounds. Were you looking at the camera? Like, what exactly happened on that play, you think?
So, I was looking at the camera. And I was shouting at my guy, Skimbo, you know, he says no one hits harder. You know, I was talking the whole way I was running, and I just kind of swerved, like, right out of bounds.
You got a great replay of this one. Nothing but green grass. But listen, at the end of the day, you were able to score a touchdown on that drive. And I know everybody in the chat, when something like that happens, your greatest fear is not scoring, something weird happening. You got this matchup coming up next with Henry. Talk to me a little bit about what your game plan is going into that and what it's like going up against a guy who's coming off of a belt win.
I mean, ever since I got into competitive Madden, I always thought Henry was the best player. So to me, this is kind of like I'm playing the final boss. So, yeah, hopefully I can beat him.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch that game. Astro, congratulations. Go get ready for your game because you got a big one coming up, just 2 wins away from a belt. This one is going to be electric. 2 amazing offensive players going head-to-head. Coming up next, we've got some post-game reaction to what was a wild game and our semifinal. We will have a Madden Bowl finalist at the end of this game. Astro and Henry battling it out.
win, it's in my DNA. I don't never get benched, it's in my DNA. Get it to me in a pinch, it's in my DNA. You can take it off, the crowd will fit you anyway. Let me get it crackin', W, come out the other side. Try to catch him lacking, it ain't happening, I don't let it slide.
Mental health and wellness is so important in the world of gaming.
I don't think there should be a stigma when it comes to seeking help.
For me, mental health is the most underrated thing.
My daily routine that helps me improve my mental health is working out.
I think of what I'm grateful for.
I take the time to do like meditation and stuff like that.
Practice makes perfect into kind of breaking bad habits and building good ones.
It is okay to seek for help.
Los profesionales para algo están.
You got to worry about yourself first before others.
Going to a mental health professional when you're feeling not your best, I can't think of anything better to do.
At the end of the day, we're all kind of like an extended family. We have to look at each other just like that. Like that could be my brother or my sister.
I promote.
I promote.
I promote.
Yo promuevo.
I promote.
I promote.
I promote.
I promote and practice positive mental health.
One of the best plays in MCS history.
Who will be the champion? Welcome back in, you guys. Night 2 is absolutely insane, and this game was no exception. The young bull Astro getting it done over Canes. That final score, 35-28. Clef user, I need you guys to talk us through the highlights, because there ain't no way I can do this wild game any type of justice.
Oh, it's crazy, man. The way we started out here, Astro already showed us that he had the offense, but now he came back with the fluke. Calvin Johnson able to scoop up the swatted pass and get a touchdown, and who knew that was just gonna be the start of it. Here you see right here, Astro scraping with Isaiah Simmons, bang him, no one hits harder. As you saw right here, my guy Astro was going crazy. He was trying to reference Skimbo, and a rookie mistake, he runs out of bounds. But fortunately for him, he was able to get points, because I tell you, this could have been tragic. This could have been a situation where a guy never bounces back from. But Astro, tight window right there over Canes user, gets a touchdown. Listen right here, Canes knew he had to keep fighting back, hitting them with dots and laser. Astro's right here, just got his users out of position. Canes takes it in for another touchdown.
Yeah. Great dot by Canes. Great pocket. I mean, he showed crazy pocket to step up like that. Right here, we got Astro 3rd and 1. And this is Astro just playing Madden 22, man. The kid has no fear. He's playing the game the right way, putting himself in positions to get fortunate plays. He trusts Calvin. Here again, seam free to Calvin. You don't see anybody throw this. And then to get sticky like that. He has a lot of stuff labbed up where he doesn't have fear when he throws it. Come right back, single back stretch, get in the end zone, go up 14 points, man. First tournament, pop it up, secure the 100K. I mean, man. You got the feel for the kid. You got the feel for him, man.
And we're very excited for him. Let's go ahead and take a look at our updated bracket. Our semi-final game is set. That game will kick off here in just a few minutes. It'll be against the #1 seeded Henry taking on the young bull in Astro. How did we get here? Well, Astro just whooped Canes, and Canes whooped Clef on day 1, and Astro was the one who hit carry out, and then it started with Mr. Football going up against Don't Care About Ice. Then it was Ice versus Henry, and now that's how we got there. Henry versus Astro. Both of these guys semi-finalists locking up $100,000, but they got that $250,000 on the brain. You guys, what a wild game. We are in for, I think, the most exciting Madden tournament I have ever seen, but that's what happens when you want to crown a GOAT. Now, I got a giveaway. I got more giveaways. I gave away a very exciting full team of offense earlier, and it's only right that I do it for the defensive side. You guys voted for this season's standouts, and now the Madden NFL 22 Ultimate Team of the Year is here, and I'm giving away, again, I'm gonna run it back, not just one player, not just 2 players, not just 3 players, nah, the entire defense, all 11 players. Clef, tell us why this is something the chat needs to be staying for.
You gotta get that, man, because as you can see, you need defense. You need all the reinforcement you can get on defense. So to get all these Team of the Year guys, I mean, we talk Fred Warner, Daniil Hunter, he probably the best pass rusher in the game. Myles Garrett, Surtain is 6'2". These guys are ballers, and they all fast. You gotta have this on your team.
Hey, they're baller, and they were voted by you guys, so I know y'all are hyped in the chat. Now it's time for the lucky winner to be announced, and the winner of this all-defense team, all 11 of them, it's Optimus X Grind 88. Optimus X Grind 88, congratulations. You just won the lottery. So go ahead and shout out to me for telling you you won the lottery. But again, Optimus X Grind 88, congratulations. Now, user Clef, I know we've been on the screen, but let's get our guys T. Davis and Nick Mazesco up here because we'll wait on Nick, but TD, Clef, and user. Our guy Nick has a huge birthday tomorrow, and we thought we wanted to do something a little special to celebrate him
I thought y'all
early.
forgot me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we didn't forget you. We could never forget you. Actually, we were so smart not to forget you that we actually made a little video for you.
Just gonna roll these sleeves up just to get ready. All right, we're good to go. This might be the rarest thing in all of Madden. Needy on top. Duh. Sheesh. Anyways. Okay, so that went from fun to not fun. The double doink.
It's a faux for faux. There's no R's. It's not a 4 for 4. It's a faux for faux.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh, Nick. Nick is a literal turkey.
Why'd I get the turkey? What?
Happy early birthday.
You know what's wild? Like, if that was me, I felt like it would have been a whole lot of slander. Nick, you should hold your head up. They took care of you right there. I was giving you the evil grin because I just knew we was about to roast you. But, you know, happy 32, man. Congratulations.
We love you, Nick Mazesco, the voice of Madden.
Happy birthday.
We love you, bro. Happy birthday.
I mean, okay, first of all, we need to talk for 2 seconds about how much B-roll they got rolling back there, because that scares me of how much these cameras have been rolling, because that's terrifying, and you all should be scared too. It's wild. I think literally every year every year since I've started this, we've worked on my birthday, whether it's a challenge with the clubs or this year. So I know no other way than to be working in and around my birthday, but you know, I'm just glad to be here with you guys. You guys are my family, so I appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all bringing the turkey back just for one more ride, because we just had to, right? Like, why let me have one good moment when you can bring the turkey in?
Okay, well, if you didn't love the turkey moment and you didn't quite love the video, I do have a gift that maybe you will like even more.
No.
Let's see what it is. Nick, when you see this, I want you to go ham. This is your moment. They're tweeting, day 1 was one great ladybug. Day 2, one great Tiger King. They're over here roasting one great user's fashion. So Nick, go ahead and have Adam when you see this photo.
Wow.
Come on now.
Wow.
Oh, that tiger. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Dude, why you gotta be hanging out with the tiger and have the shirt buttoned down so low? Can we talk about that for a second?
This is so sad.
Also, I do love the little bit of blonde mullet that's still left in that. That's a nice touch.
It's fly. It was very fly.
That shirt's kind of fire, though.
Hold on. We're not gonna get over the fact that their gift to you is roasting me. No.
It's the greatest gift anyone can give.
No,
They did give us
not
a better
gift than a roast.
They gave you a heartfelt video. That was very emotional and touching. Then they did slander user. It's gonna make you feel good though. I feel like that's gonna make you feel good. The video times roasting user, you can't beat that.
It's a beautiful birthday.
Thank
you for giving me the greatest gift of all.
As long as Nick has a nice smile on his face, that's all that matters. You can't help but smile when you see this one great user, one great Tiger King. But regardless, from all of us and the whole team at Madden, a huge early happy birthday to you, Nick. Now, we got a semi-final game to preview, but we're going to do that right after the break. It'll be Henry versus Astro, and we'll be right back.
Win, it's in my DNA. I don't never get bent, it's in my DNA. Give it to me in a pinch, it's in my DNA. You can take it off, the crowd will fit you anyway. Let me get it crackin', W, come out the other side. Try to catch him lacking, it ain't happening, I don't let it slide.
Hello, everybody. What a beautiful evening here in Southern California where all the stars are out for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling? Feels like game day, all right. Then there's the pressure cooker. It's one heck of a ride. The rush of adrenaline, the joy, and the chaos of a game day experience. It's all right here. Aaron.
Here, you can literally ride momentum. And dreams are made with the dream team you built.
Please welcome everybody, Tom Brandon.
Welcome to Madden Land.
Time, baby.
There it is from the official EA Madden NFL Twitter. Until Tom Brady says it's official, there's still 12 seconds left on the clock. The crazy news today in the NFL world is that people said Tom Brady was retiring, but until he says it himself, we have no idea. Regardless, he is the GOAT. He always will be. And we will find out very soon if his days in the NFL are over, if he's got more gas left in the tank. Shout out to TB12, Tom Brady. All right, guys. It's time to get into our final game of tonight, our semifinal game. Both of these competitors locking up a smooth $100,000. And it's the tale of the underdog and the new kid on the block versus the OG, who's the #1 seeded. It's Astro versus Henry. Clef, I gotta get you in on this. What are we expecting from this matchup? Because you have a little disagreement with Astro. Astro called Henry the final boss, and you said, nah, I don't quite like that mentality.
Yeah, I don't like that, man. It's your first Final Four game. We know who you playing. We know his name. We know what he can do. We know what he's capable of. But I just don't like the approach of you calling him the final boss. I just think that's too much respect. You know, go out there, play the game. You should feel like you just as good. We don't lace them up unless we feel like we just as good as competitors. You know, I just don't like the fact that he did that. But I'll say this, we're going to expect fireworks. It's not a lot of defense going to be played. And I'll say this, too. Henry come out in that 2-4-5 odd. I played Astro a lot. The kid, he's exceptional versus it. So I'll be looking towards that.
It's going to be spicy in here. User, what are you expecting from this matchup? Because we know Astro is playing like he don't care. We know he does care, but there's no expectations. He's out there. He's balling. He has no nerves. He's going out there making the big plays. Do you think he can continue that versus Henry and get a dub?
I feel like this is going to be an instant classic. Henry just got over the mental hurdle, realizing like, hey, man, I can do this. I'm playing at home in my drawers. And guess what? This guy, Astro, in his first event, already realized, like, you know what? I am at home in my room, in my drawers. I can do this. And that's how he's playing. He is so relaxed. He is not worried about the stage. He's not worried about the moment. You can see, even with his passes, his plays, he's having a lot of fun. The guy is running out of bounds, referencing Skimbo. He is so relaxed, and I want to see how that's going to carry on to it. But like Clef said, he did call Henry the final boss. That could be the little tink in the armor that he might have a little bit too much respect for Henry. And that might be a moment where he actually realized that, can I actually beat the final boss on the biggest stage for all the Guala?
Okay, well, why don't I ask the two of you guys about the final boss, quote unquote. It's time for some predictions. Clef, who you got winning this one? Is it going to be Astro and an upset, or Henry hanging on to that #1 seed?
Well, I'm going to shock the world with this. Like I said, I played against Astro. I've seen Astro play against 2-4-5 a lot. He is great in it. He's great. He knows how to get outside the pocket, throw from the pocket. His slide protection is great with it, and so is his pocket. I'm picking Astro. I'm picking him to win this game. I don't think he can be stopped.
Ooh. Okay, Astro for Clef. What do you say, user?
I understand the pick. It sounds good. Looks good on paper. The kid's on the road. He's on fire. But let's be honest here. You're talking about Mr. Consistent, Mr. 10 for 10. This has never been done. Now he's going for back-to-back. Listen, if you want to continue to build a legacy, you got to show this guy right now who is at the top of the top. He's ranked #1 for a reason. I believe King Henry gets it done. The mental hurdle is over. It's behind him. He's going to finish it. He's going to take care of Astro.
Okay, so we're split. 1 for Astro, 1 for Henry. Y'all in the chat, let us know who you are rooting for. It's time to hand it to our guys, Nick and T. Davis, for more coverage and setup for our final game.
Thank you so much, Kimmy. Let's take a look at our tail of the tape, how this battle sizes up between the young Astro and the also young Henry. These are two of the young stars of the game. And look at that earnings. Combined $320,000 they've earned here in Madden 22. And look at those numbers that Astros put up, TD. Put up 26 points per game, but holding their opponents in a game that people have said there's no defense to 17 points per game.
Yeah, that's impressive. And here we go. We're in the Final Four now. One of these guys going to secure their spot in our Grand Championship. Henry, destined for greatness since the first time he entered an event. He's never missed an event, 10 for 10. But the same can be said for his adversary, Astro. Flying onto the scene, 18 years old, telling me he believes he's the best player in the world. We're about to find out when these two go to battle.
Let's settle this one on the virtual gridiron. It's time for kickoff. Who will earn a spot in the ultimate Madden Bowl final? Will it be Astro or will it be Henry? We're ready to head inside MCS Stadium for the kickoff of our final game of the day. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us on Twitch, YouTube, and across all streaming platforms. Big shout out to all the watch parties out there. I know Skimbo and Popular Stranger out there hosting watch parties. Big shout out to everybody out there tuning in for this fantastic game. Let's take a look at Henry's offense. He's going to start out offensively, and Ty, the big story for Henry, that Derrick Henry still at quarterback. The Henry-to-Henry connection has been strong.
Yeah, it's been huge for him, really using him out of the pocket as well. Randall Cobb's been a difference maker for him as well in that slot. Of course, Dion, CeeDee Lamb has absolute weapons. Doesn't use that Tony Pollard as much, but you're going to see him definitely air it out with Henry and those receivers out wide.
Astro's going to have a tall job stopping this high-powered offense. We saw what Henry was able to do in late game in his first game today. Here's Astro's defense, and for Astro, it hasn't been anything other than sending 4 or 5, and that Sean Spring is doing work.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weapons back there, though. 6 acrobats in his secondary to keep up with Henry's high-powered offense. That DK Metcalf, the guy that recovered the fumble and ran out of bounds. Taylor Mays and John Lynch patrolling the middle, so he has a great secondary to try to combat this high-powered Henry offense.
These guys get their audible set, ready to go. TD, this could be a Madden Bowl final. That's how good Astro and Henry have played. And for Astro, in his first MCS live tournament, he's a win away from the finals. He's got to take down Henry, but he has played like he has nothing to lose this entire tournament.
Yeah, both these guys just playing with such high confidence right now. And, you saw it in that previous game for Astro, too. Those throws he was making to Calvin Johnson just shows you he has confidence in what he's doing. Because those are some risky throws. He relies on his user catch. But is he going to be able to slow down Henry? Because Henry has played exceptionally well on offense. And, of course, Nick, Henry has become, he's won the most money now in an MCS season. He surpassed J-Wall from a few years ago. He's just having one of the best seasons we've ever seen in Madden history. Can he continue it? The #1 ranked player in the world. He's just looking, his confidence too, that's the thing, previous years he could fold occasionally, but now he believes he can beat anyone, he believes he can fight back through any adversity, and he's showing it in this tournament.
Good defense there from Astro, able to get in the backfield, force an incomplete pass, 3rd and 4 for Henry. First offensive drive of the game. He's got Tony Pollard on the left hip. Former Alabama Crimson Tide, Derrick Henry right up the seam. There's Darren Waller, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket with a big catch. Boy, talk about a player who I feel like, came from obscurity, almost cut from a team, and now Darren Waller formed such a bond with Max Crosby over on the Las Vegas Raiders and has turned himself into a top 3 tight end.
Yeah, what a story it is, too. I watched that piece on, I believe it was on YouTube, the NFL posted just a great backstory from Darren Waller. And yeah, he's basically a receiver out there playing tight end. Just an absolute weapon for the Las Vegas Raiders.
2nd and 2 screamed at. How about the defense from Astro? You talked about John Lynch. He gets in the backfield.
Huge sack for the 18-year-old, bringing that pressure off the edge. You see him in this dollar defense, trying to send a little bit of pressure. I like the dollar look, too, because you can get those inside slot DBs to really guard the wheel routes well. Then you can dial up the pressure. Big 4th and 6 early in this game.
Can Astro get off the field with a stop on Henry? 4th down and 6. Looking right at the seam. No, he cannot, because Darren Waller is going to make yet another big catch. Inside lead there from Henry. Just like that, it's 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Henry running a lot of verticals on this drive. Goes to the tight end wheel route right there. The shorter wheel converts.
And he's got CeeDee Lamb wide open in the end zone. We haven't called CeeDee Lamb a whole lot for this Henry offense, but he comes up with a touchdown, and just like that, Henry on top just drives right down the field in about 3 minutes' time. The extra point is up, and it is good. 7-0 score.
Henry ran verticals a lot on that drive. I think he found something he likes versus that dollar defense. Remember, Henry, there's not a player out there that plays as many games as Henry, whether it be online games, whether it be, games for money, ranked games, whatever it be. He gets so many reps versus a lot of different players, no matter what they run, whether they're good or bad. If you take a look at Astros team here. You see there that Russell Wilson on offense for him, super, super important with that pass lead elite and that escape artist ability.
And that Russell Wilson has been so good. He's also using that Golden Tate at wide receiver. Has been so tough. Take a look at Henry's defense. Man, oh man, he's got some tough guys out there trying to match up. Marshawn Lattimore and Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, you know, Astro's been lights out on offense, so you need to play some defense a little bit versus Astro. Of course, he's got the 4 acrobats out there as well with Marshawn and Trayvon Diggs. Of course, Taylor Mays in the middle of the field, his user, trying to make some lurks and some user picks against Astro's high-power offense.
First down and 10. For Astro for the first time. Boy, has he been explosive offensively. Let's see if we can't continue that against Henry. He screamed out on the first play, and that's got to give some confidence to the #1 overall seed as he sends some pressure around the edge, and Luke Kuechly able to bring down the court. Hey, by the way, user, there you go, Luke Kuechly making plays.
Absolute screamer right there. And we heard Clef say Astro's really good versus the 2-4-5 odd, but first play of the game, Henry dials it up out of the 2-4-5 odd and gets a nice sack.
And even though he gets a sack on first down, Astro, no panic on second down. He finds Adrian Peterson for 27 yards up the seam, picks up a first down of his own. Now he'll split Golden Tate over to the left side. Calvin Johnson out there on the left said it's his most important player, and he's come up with some big plays. Stepping left, he'll throw this one away. Good coverage downfield.
Yeah, you saw Astro trying to use that playmaker with the right stick. Playmaker has tightened up the field, but it just didn't get he didn't get the route he wanted. Henry with some good coverage defense right there. Nothing. And then the smart decision by Astro to throw it away.
Second and 10. Come on. And the pressure from Henry is unbearable. 2 sacks early in this game for Henry. Sets up a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Astro really struggling right now versus 2-4-5 odd. Bring in the heat again. Nice dot.
This time, great find from Astro. Quickly finds Jerry Rice out to the right side as we near the end of the first quarter. Remember, winner of this game will be in the Madden Bowl final. We'll get a chance to compete for that $250,000 top prize, the largest top prize in MCS history. Outside of the pocket goes Astro. We're down to 12 seconds. He's going to throw this one up to the end zone. He had him, but it's on the run inaccurate.
Come on, bro.
Very risky pass from Astro. You hear Henry saying, why can't that be accurate? Because he feels if that was on the money, then Henry has a pick right there. So Astro's fortunate that he got an errant throw.
Into the wheel route. That's Jerry Rice to the 37-yard line, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Boy, did that fly by. Henry able to score on his first drive. Astro trying to do the same, already at the 37-yard line.
And it's been a little bit of a struggle here for Astro on offense. The one thing he's had is that outside bunch receiver on that wheel route from verticals. Henry not really playing it underneath. So that's the one thing he's gone to. Let's see if he goes back to it here on 3rd and 4.
Good coverage, but he's got Golden Tate wide open, not a soul around him. Golden Tate is golden great. Down to the 1-yard line, give him 36 on 3rd down. Phenomenal route combination right there from Astro. Went with the flood concept on the left side, the bunch side. He had a corner route, a streak, and a tight end little baby out route. And the corner route was just left wide open. Great read, great throw, and now he's in business on the 1. Boy, almost got into the end zone there. Inside the 1-yard line is Astro, 4:36 and counting here in the second quarter. Tries to get Adrian Peterson a little inside zone action. Good run defense from Henry.
Yeah, I don't know about that call. You got to think Henry knows it's inside zone. Like, he's really not going to pass the ball. This is going to be another inside zone. You know Henry's waiting for it.
Yeah, he got into the end zone. He might have known it was coming, but Adrian Peterson doesn't care. Fought through a tackle, and he's into the end zone. Young Astro an extra point away from tying this one up. Ball is down, kick is up. It's right down the middle. We got a 7-7 ball game.
Not sure I necessarily agree with those play calls right there, because when you're on the 1-yard line, like, and you run bunch, you know it's going to be an inside zone. You're not going to pass the ball on the 1 from bunch. But it doesn't matter. He punches it in. Great response from Astro. A little bit of a struggle, but it came up with some timely clutch throws when he needed it.
Take a look at this play that set it up one more time. 3rd and 4. He picks up 36.
Yeah, you saw it there. All the routes flooding that left side, and the corner route just untouched, wide open.
7-7 our score. Let's bring in one great user. User, you've been watching this game in the back. What are you seeing early from this battle between Astro and Henry?
It's a struggle for Astro to stop verticals. But I really feel like, you know, it's going to be a struggle for either guy to get an offensive stop. And right here in this situation, there's 4 minutes left. You know, Henry really should try to milk this out. But you know Henry, his tendencies, he loves to just score quick and get on defense. And I'm wondering how is he going to manage this clock right before half.
And over the middle, he's able to find Randall Cobb. Ty, that Randall Cobb has been probably the best receiver on Henry's team.
Yeah, Henry loves him. He kind of moves him around the formations too, but right there, puts him on that post route. Of course, has that slot apprentice ability on him. So sometimes we'll have him in the slot. Sometimes if you have him on the outside of the bunch, you can get that slot apprentice. But right there, he goes to the post over the middle behind the user. Great throw.
Tony Pollard with the carry.
He put on the chew clock, so obviously Henry is going to try to take this whole second quarter and make sure Astro does not get the ball back. Let's see if he can do it.
Yeah, and usually that's not just, you know, again, he's got the chew clock on, and obviously Madden 22, you see a lot of players trying to use that entire clock. But it's also a sign of respect. Henry knows how good Astro has been offensively and knows that he cannot give the ball back.
Oh, absolutely. Henry definitely knows how high-power Astro offense is, and that's why he's saying, you know what, in other situations I would score and just, you know, try to trust my defense, but Astro has been putting up incredible numbers all day, and plus yesterday, let me make sure I don't give him a chance to put up any points before half.
And guys, that's why it's not always about having the best plays, all that stuff. As we have look like an offsides right there.
Yeah, it was an intentional offsides. He split Pollard over to the left side. Not a soul went over there. It looked like Astro tried to take it offsides, but he was still able to snap the ball.
Yeah, he was trying to jump offsides because he didn't want to burn his timeouts. He's already down two timeouts. He felt like if Henry was passing, that could be just a freebie touchdown. And fortunately for him, he was able to snap it, and Henry did run a fullback dive.
Yeah. And, you know, it's not always about having the best plays and the best user. It's about this clock management, especially in a game. Like you guys said, Astro is playing a phenomenal on offense. It's really tough to get stops on defense in Madden 22, so you want to be able to utilize the clock and limit the possessions of your opponent and gain more possessions for yourself, especially going into halftime. That's just part of strategy and clock management and game management overall.
3rd and yard, there goes Kyle Pitts on the fullback dive. He's got nothing but green grass. Henry will take a seat at the 1-yard line, but how about the amount of room that Henry had with the Atlanta Falcons standout?
Yeah, easy gap right up the middle, and Henry smart going down on the 1 too. How many times have I tried to do that and I go down like the 3 or 2 and then things come to backfire? But he goes down right at the 1, so now he forced Astro to use all those timeouts. And he punches it in.
I don't know if Henry was too happy that Derrick Henry found his way into the end zone.
I think that's why he ran the sneak. He wanted to get tackled. He didn't want to go in because now he gives him 2 minutes. You know, even if you go down once right there, you get it down to like 1:30. That's much better, obviously, than 2 minutes because even with no timeouts, 2 minutes is plenty of time for how high-powered Astros offense is.
Take a look one more time at this fullback dive. I have never seen a fullback dive have so much room to work.
Yeah, I mean, it almost looks like Astro maybe just gave that up to let him score because it was so wide open.
Can y'all drag me?
Back foot throw.
Oh my God.
Think about making
Well, that was weird.
Yeah, that was unfortunate right there for Astro. I mean, that was wide open.
Come on, that's a cage. Come on.
God. Been absolute cage right there as Henry called it out. Clef, Henry, I feel like at 18 years old, he might be one of the best we've ever seen at clock management.
Oh, he is, but it came through trials and tribulations. I think he's made mistakes that have cost him games that now he is so locked in and dialed in, and he always got the perfect situation for whatever he's going through here. You can see how he just tried to milk that clock, and he left Astro with no timeouts, which is huge. You know, oh my, what a scramble.
He's got him on the top.
What
He's
a
got Jerry
scramble.
Rice. Spin move back inside. 35 down to the 30-yard line. A big play for Astro to get into field goal range.
That's huge by Astro.
Yeah, that's huge. The kid's clutch. Every time he needs something, it looks like he's down. He looks like he's hurting, and he comes up with a big-time play.
What Astro needs to do here is not score too early. He needs to score 7 and get that 7 out of half. Like, that'll be key for him to get 7 right here with not much time at all for Henry to get any type of scoring advantage.
But also, Clef, he has no timeouts, too, so he's got to be careful at the same time.
This kid is reckless.
Are you saying you don't recommend the back foot throw across your body?
Not for 150K on the line, no.
Okay, gotcha. End zone, got him there. Waller skies for that one. Touchdown for Astro.
Wow, what a swing right there. If you saw it, Astro, it wouldn't let him hike it. It wouldn't let him hike it, and he was trying to hike it as fast as possible. I thought he was going to get frazzled, but like this whole tournament span, he doesn't get frazzled under pressure. He throws a beam to the wheel route. What a response by the 18-year-old Astro.
Clef, is that what you were talking about of a perfect drive, 5 seconds, and he's able to score 7?
And do you know how impressive that is for a kid who's never played in these type of events to go down and go ahead and get a touchdown with 5 seconds left, and he gets the ball coming out of half? I mean, you can't do it no better than that. I don't care how much experience you got.
Look at this laser one more time. Look at Darren Waller, high ball, just skies for it.
Yeah, it was a stressful moment. Like I said, he thought he wasn't going to be able to hike it. He was jamming A, and it wouldn't let him. Then he hiked it, but he stayed composed. He threw the wheel route, and he tied it up. And that was clutch, too. Clef was talking about using as much clock as possible, getting it down, and then scoring. He only gave Henry 5 seconds, and Henry was forced there to take a knee. So that was huge, and wow, what a battle we have between these guys going into the second half. And we still have no idea who's going to win this thing.
$50,000 game of Madden, and we are no closer to finding a winner. We end up where we started off, all tied up, 14 apiece. Astro and Henry will settle this in the second half. It will be Astro getting the ball first. Man, oh man, what a first half we had. Kimmy, User, and Clef. I hope you guys are enjoying the game as much as we are.
We are. Why would we not enjoy this? Welcome into the Refuel Show presented by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Halftime. Game time is your halftime. I'm getting all flustered because I'm flustered because this game is so good. It's tied up at half, 14-14. We were excited for Astro. We said, oh, look, he's going to get inside of field goal range. He only has 7 seconds left on the clock. There's no way he can get a touchdown. Just kidding. Got into the end zone with Darren Waller to tie the game. Clef, based upon what we've seen so far, this game can go either way, but there's so much momentum coming out of the young bull Astro.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He has all the momentum right now. That was managed perfectly. I mean, I don't know how you can manage that better. You get ball at half. You get it at the end of the second quarter, and you go ahead and you get 7 with 5 seconds left. And then to get it out of half, and you haven't been stopped yet. Henry's playing a good game. You know, he's playing a good game, but clock management in this game will get you beat. It'll get you beat. He's playing perfect. But Astro had the ball last, and he's going to get the ball first. And, you know, that was just brilliant for him. With somebody with no experience, it's real impressive. You know, you can't play it better than that.
User, do you think Henry's shook at all right now? Because you see moments where he felt real confident, but then when Astro went up and scored with that Darren Waller touchdown with just, 5-7 seconds left on the clock, you could see his face change just a little bit. So is he shook or is he locked in?
No, he's not shook. He's just upset that he gave that up right before half. He managed the clock well, but then he got down to the 1. That was something that me and Clef talked about. I said, why did he run it all the way down to the 1? He's not going to be able to really milk any time. He did what he was supposed to do. He took all of Astro's timeouts, but then he left 2 minutes on the clock. And you already know this is Madden 22. 2 minutes on the clock for anybody. Doesn't matter if you have timeouts or not. They're going to put up some points. Astro fortunate to get 7. Spamming that A button, he was just trying to get the ball off, caught the streak, aggressive catch. That was a big play for Astro. He might not be able to get a defensive stop, but the way he managed the clock, that's his stop. Now he's in full control of this game. It's tied up with his ball. His offense, he hasn't been stopped all tournament long. Henry's going to have to do something that nobody has yet to do.
Y'all, it could be a coin flip of who's going to be the winner of the semi-final game and get to play during Super Bowl week. It's going to be so incredibly exciting. But before we get to the second half of action, I got a little something just to tell everybody. Y'all been saying dump truck. I see you saying dump truck right now. Well, guess what? A dump truck is coming at the end of tonight. Both team of the year, offense and defense. Some lucky person out there is going to walk away with both of those teams. Defense and offense. Thank me in advance. That's all 21 players, and that's coming up after the end of this game. Speaking of this game, Nick and TD, take it away for the second half. Astro versus Henry.
Thank you so much, Kimmy. 14 apiece here at the half, 10 minutes. We'll settle this one. And Ty, you mentioned this earlier in this game, how impressive Henry has been and how much money he has been able to earn playing the game of competitive Madden. Well, he has made history with his win over ICE. He now holds the record for most prize money won in the MCS season with $210,000. He's now number 2 on the all-time money earner list in MCS history behind Drini. He's not done yet because not only is he still playing right here, but Ty, he's 18 years old. He is far from done from earning money playing competitive Madden.
That's what I was just about to say. 18 years old. He's made that $210K in about 6 months' time, too. Since the game was released like August, September, we had the first event. Just incredible. Just within 6 months, and he's already surpassed the all-time leader in one season on the path to greatness.
1st and 10 for Astro with the ball. He's looking to stop Henry's earnings right here and keep his hopes of winning that $250,000 and that belt alive. By the way, Ty, I'm curious. They get to design that 97 overall, the winner of this. Who would you be designing as that 97 overall?
Yeah, that's a good question. Oh man. I mean, can I do the GOAT? Can I do my guy Tom Brady? But that's the problem. That's the problem though. He doesn't have the speed. You can't give him escape bars. Maybe he can. I don't know how the rules work. But if I could give Tom Brady escape bars, 97 overall, that'd be it. But if not, I'd probably go with I don't know. I'd like a defender, like maybe a Sean Taylor type player. I'm trying to think of who. I don't know. I have to think about it.
I mean, mine's easy as a Browns fan. It's Brandon Whedon.
Oh gosh.
No?
Not Baker?
No? Please. No comment. Throws it up. Oh, it's almost picked off. Henry can't believe he didn't come up with the interception.
Wow. And this is what we talked about with Astro. He plays loose. He plays a little wild. He'll throw a couple up for you. Henry was unable to take advantage.
Spin move with Waller on 2nd and 10 to the 8-yard line. Henry cannot believe that Astro's thrown it at his head. He doesn't come away with an interception. A feeling that I'm sure a lot of players out there have felt playing the game of Madden.
What is that? So frustrating. Nice little dot right here. I think regardless of the outcome of this game, by the way, Nick, we have to give our flowers, our credit to Astro. He's really become a star in this tournament. He showed that he's legit, he's for real. And of course, he is playing with that heavy heart we talked about, playing for his guy Salty, playing for his best friend Jonan's dad. So playing with a heavy heart, but I'm just impressed with the composure, the confidence the kid has, and he's going toe to toe with the reigning defending champion right now.
No intimidation factor at all here. 2nd down and 3. Looks over the middle, diving catch. Darren Waller to the 26-yard line, 11-17, 200 yards and a touchdown for Astro. And here's back to the line, continuing to utilize that tempo. He's got bunch to the short side. Calvin Johnson alone to the left side. Look out for big number 81. He loves throwing it up to him in this situation. He throws it to Darren Waller. And Darren Waller makes a diving catch in the end zone. Another beam from young Astro.
This guy is a wild man. He's just out here slinging it on the run, pass leading it all over the place. Looks like that's going to be an incompletion. Somehow he makes a diving catch. This guy has no conscience. He just chucks it, throws lasers. It's unbelievable.
Reckless is the word. Astro might be the first person to have Gunslinger equipped as a human being playing this game. As we take a look one more time, steps right and hits him with a yeet.
Look at, I mean, that ball's like 5 yards away and somehow cross-body, steps up in the pocket, he rolls out right, then throws it cross-body back to left and makes the catch.
Clef, you bring Clef to God. Welcome in, Clef. Clef, you mentioned that Astro's a wild man, and he has sat there and embraced that title you've given him.
Yeah, he's Brett Favre, man. Watching this game, this like watching Brett Favre. You don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get some greatness, but you're going to get some blind reads too. But the thing is, this kid puts himself in position. He's mastered the art of this game. He's mastered it because he throws those reads, and sometimes they are questionable. That wheel route was very questionable. But he throws a lot of stuff with anticipation that you can't pick it off. You can't. I think he's playing a good game. He's playing a good game. But he's made some crucial mistakes, and he has not paid for them.
We'll see if it comes back to bite him in this one. For now, Henry's on offense. They'll throw it left side. Finds CeeDee Lamb. I don't think we called CeeDee Lamb's name at all in Henry's first game.
No, we haven't. He's using him in the slot a lot this game. You know, of course, he's going to flip the play here. Now the pressure all switches to Henry. And Henry in this tournament, we've seen how
that was a user swat.
Yeah, that was nice. That was good stick work right there. Low-key underrated stick work right there from Astro. But we've seen Henry. He's bounced back from adversity a lot in this tournament. That clutch drive. Last game, he's going to have to do it again.
Takes off with Henry. Looks like he tried to slide, takes a hit. And Astro's begging for Derrick Henry to fumble that ball.
Yeah, you see Astro getting all worked up about that one. You got to be real careful with those slides. Go down a little bit earlier.
And you got to feel for Henry. Henry's playing a perfect game right now. He's playing a good game. He hasn't made a mistake. And he's down in this game. That has to be very, very just deflating for him.
Yo, you were saying, Clef? Welcome to the booth. That's called the broadcaster's curse.
Who is trying to win this game and who's trying to lose? I don't know.
Unclear.
I don't know.
Welcome to the booth. You've just experienced your first ever caster's curse. Darren Waller made a man miss. Hit him with the El Toro. To the end zone. Touchdown for Henry.
Always happens. You drop a pick. Something like that happens. What happens on the next play? Always a big play. This time it's a touchdown.
That was 14.
So it went from a drop pick to Henry tying the game.
Ty, I'm not proud to admit it. I was literally trying to think of the word matador, and I couldn't because I had stuck in my head mariachi, and that is not the same thing. These are totally different things.
They really are.
It's been a long day, man. Let's take a look at this one more time. Hits Darren Waller and then says, excuse me, pardon me, I'll find the end zone.
Yeah, just a little swerve inside, bad stick work. And that was like the third time on that drive that Astro got stuck on his D-line. I don't know if he was purposely doing that, trying to get like a swat or something, but that was the third time, and Henry took advantage there.
Adrian Peterson with the carry to the 35-yard line. 21 apiece. We might hit the third quarter still tied up. Still no closer to finding out a winner.
Yeah, it's literally might come down to who gets that ball last. Ooh, big hit. But yeah, it might come down to who's going to get the ball last and who can score. But that defensive stop is what one of these guys needs, and I don't know if anyone can get it.
All right, let's do it, folks. Let's go to the fourth quarter. We're still tied up, 21 apiece, no closer to finding a winner. 5 minutes remain on the clock. Who will earn themselves a spot in the ultimate Madden Bowl final? Peterson picks up 4 left side. Man, and you can already see Astro comfortable playing the milk and cookies game.
Yep, see that chew clock already coming down. Hiking it under 5 every time now on the play clock. Smart strategy, methodically moving the ball down the field. I like the calls here, too, to go to inside zone.
Now, nearing the 4-minute mark, and we will be under the 4-minute mark with the snap of this ball. Peterson once again. Henry trying to find some run defense. How frustrating is this, Ty, if you're Henry, watching Astro run this inside zone, keep getting 4 or 5 yards, enough to keep the drive going, and you know there's nothing you can do right now?
It's not a good feeling. And you see Henry's trying to gap shoot it from the weak side, from the back side, and he's not able to. It's getting picked up every time. And you see Henry starting to get a little bit frustrated now because Astro's really starting to work this clock now. We're getting it close to that 2-minute warning, and Henry's got to figure out an answer for this inside zone. If I'm Astro, I'm going to keep going back to it.
Henry goes to that 3-5 wide. Defense trying to find some sort of run defense here. 1st and 10 as we near the 3-minute mark. Sort of bottles up the inside, still able to find 2 yards. Adrian Peterson just fights through contact.
And you saw Henry, he made the adjustment, went over to the 3-3-5 wide from the odd, found a little bit better answer for it. Now Astro's going to counter that. Looks like he's going to go the inside zone out of bunch strong, or is he? Yeah, he's going to go the inside zone bunch strong. So real chess match going on right now.
Peterson picks up another first down. Don't forget, guys, coming up after this game, what might be the greatest dump truck I've ever seen given away on this channel. Both offense and defense full team of the year teams. You don't even have to have a Madden Ultimate Team TD, and at that point, you have something that can go out and compete.
Oh, yeah. I saw Denzel Ward, Patrick Surtain. You put them on the outside. You got that Daniil Hunter off the edge. Absolute studs in that team of the week. Can't wait to see who wins that.
We're under 2 minutes to go. The first pass we've seen of this drive from Astro, and he'll find a little bit of life. That's Golden Tate to the 5-yard line. Minute 56 to go. It's 1st and goal for Astro.
Whew. I'm getting nervous, and I'm not even playing. 2 minutes to go. Someone's going to the championship to play for $250K. It feels like both these guys deserve to be in that game, like, to be honest, the way they both played.
Are you surprised to see him pass the ball there? Like, I sort of thought he was going to be, that's a wheel route, that's a touchdown. We've seen that too many times. Adrian Peterson into the end zone. I'm just surprised to see him pass the ball there. He was so effective just running the ball and utilizing that clock. And then he got under the 2-minute warning and went, I want to score right now.
Yeah, well, I think the problem is he got too far down. And at that point, it's like, okay, now I score. And then maybe if Henry scores, I'll have another chance to get the ball back. So I think if he would have stayed around, the 30, 20-yard line, could have kept the clock going. But at that point, when you're inside the 15, it's like, all right, I'm just going to score, get the lead, and try to somehow get a stop here.
Take a look one more time at this touchdown. It's a running back wheel route. That route is really good, and there was not a user over there to stop it.
Yeah, if you guys are out there in the chat and you're not utilizing those halfback wheel routes, I don't know what to tell you. It's definitely what you need to do to help yourself on offense, make better reads. They work versus every coverage. Definitely recommend adding them into your offense. So now for Henry here, he's going to want to use all this clock, right? Try to score, but then the question is, does he maybe go for 2? A lot on the line.
Ty, I'm going to need you to, slide right. Here, I'll slide left because Clef and User both see we're having too much fun up here in the booth and want to call this final minute and 9 seconds. User, this is an absolute dogfight. We knew it would be a sweat fest. As Henry throwing it up, he's going to have the ball at the 28-yard line.
Absolutely. Astro, he kind of clocked himself out of this game. He didn't take any timeouts. He used all the clock just to put Henry in perfect position. I can tell you this, if Henry scores, he's going for 2. He's not leaving it up for chance, for no overtime, coin toss, none of that. He's going for 2 if Henry scores.
Yeah, I felt like Astro kind of clocked way too early, man. With 5 minutes left, you rather make it to where you can get ball last. Now he's probably not going to touch this ball, and it's going to be on Henry to go for 2. I don't think Henry sends this game in overtime, considering how this game going. Neither one of them has gotten a stop.
And if y'all notice right there, Henry had a touchdown on the crosser, didn't take his slid. He
takes a sack on 3rd and 9, and we'll have a 4th down and 13. Henry trying to keep his hopes alive. He has all 3 timeouts, but this play is massive for the balance of who's going to get to go to that ultimate Madden Bowl final.
The biggest play in the career of Astro comes right here on defense on this 4th and 13.
40 seconds remain. Bunch over to the wide side. Pollard on the right hip of Derrick Henry at quarterback. Can Astro shock the world and take down the #1 overall seed?
He's lurking on the safety.
Henry. Waiting, looking. Tony Pollard with the catch. Team of the year for a reason to the 14-yard line. And Henry, all business, as he knows there's still work to do.
He's on another level. He's gotten to like this new level, right? Where now it's like nothing phases him. Just clutch, 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 and he does it again.
What a shoestring tackle. That was a touchdown. If that defense doesn't make a play. 17 seconds. This clock is bleeding away. 2nd and 8. Henry throws it. End zone. CeeDee Lamb. 12 seconds left. Decision time for Henry. And you can see it's weighing on him. This is a $50,000 decision.
And he knows what he has to do. That's what he's doing. He's trying to psych himself into it. He knows the right decision is to go for 2, but it's scary. It's scary, and I can't believe he's sending this to overtime.
Oh, man.
He's kicking.
I cannot believe. It's tough. It's a tough situation, but you got to have the gall to let it hang right there and put it all on the line. Now you leaving it up to a coin toss. And what's even worse, you got 12 seconds right here. You got to manage this right. Otherwise, you can pull a Buffalo Bills. You don't want to do that.
Well, user, there's still 12 seconds on the clock, and we saw what the Chiefs did in 13 seconds. Here's the winning touchdown, or the tying touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. And you can see that's the least excited I've ever seen anyone, TD, to score a touchdown.
To score a game-tying touchdown in the end of the fourth quarter is crazy. And like user said, 12 seconds. We saw Patty Mahomes do it. We'll see if Astro can do it. You got to look for a corner out deep down the sidelines.
The shot goalpost, throws it up. I thought it was, I'll be honest, I saw it tipped. I thought it was caught.
And the eyeballs come out for Henry again because that was almost really scary right there. But now it looks like we will have extra football.
Please give me the toss. Come on, give me the toss, give me the toss, give me the toss, give me the toss, give me the toss.
And you hear Henry saying, please give me the toss, please give me the toss. Why leave it up to that? Why leave it up? You know if you don't get the ball, you pretty much lost. Why would not you take control of your own destiny when you on the 2-yard line to win it all? I don't understand that decision.
Let's go. Come
It
on,
worked.
come on.
He did it. He got, well, he did it.
Go in the game.
It worked.
Go win the game. Bonus football, ladies and gentlemen. Put your 5s up in the chat. We got overtime to close out day 2 of the Ultimate Madden Bowl. It is Henry getting the ball first. I got to ask you guys, while you're all here, I'll start with the user. Are you a fan of how the NFL overtime is right now? Do you think they should change the rules and give both teams a possession no matter what?
I always like sudden death. I always like putting it on the line.
I figured.
You know, but don't get me wrong. The Chiefs game, I wish it was college rules, but I still like the pressure of it.
Why is Astro? He keeps clicking onto his D line, and it's going to cost him here.
He's trying to pick off wheels and short stuff, but I think you can't go for that right now. Like, you need to just bend but don't break.
Well, 8 seconds, and Henry's already at the 37-yard line. Big play for Henry. Back to pass with other Henry. That's Derrick Henry taking off, steel-toed boots and all, to the 25-yard line. Give him 12.
Neither one of these guys have gotten a stop today. They've just pretty much used and managed the clock to try to put themselves in position. Astro doing that in the first half, making sure he got the ball got the ball last with the points, and now Henry is in the same position. Fortunately for him, he won the coin toss.
Yeah, Henry looks like
the field goes up and good.
He just wants to go out here and take it. He's out here trying to just take this thing, moving the ball easy. It's like he might go to verticals here. It's been his bread and butter all game.
Can Henry break the #1 seed Jinx and get to a final? He's got all sorts of room up the middle. He's going to take off with Derrick Henry to the 17-yard line. Give him 8.
Astro needs a miracle. He needs something. He needs a little bit of that fluke he got versus Canes. He needs the Angels to come down for him right now because his back is against the wall.
Do y'all like this play call right here? 3rd and 1, fullback dive.
Henry's been going to this fullback dive a ton. He loves it. He got a 30-yard gain on it. I don't know if I love it, but, look, gets to 15, picks up a first down. Henry seems comfortable with that play.
I was comfortable with it until I saw. Yeah, I was comfortable with it until I saw Canes, hit the quarterback before he handed it off. I was like, okay, there is D out there.
That was wild. Yeah, that was buck wild. 1st and 10. Henry looking to send himself to the Madden Bowl final. He's got a man open in the end zone, but he's going to throw this one away. Good defense from Astro. The pressure got there just in time.
If you're Astro, what do you do in this spot? Do you send any pressure? I don't think you can. I think you've got to try to sit back and try to guard these wheel routes.
$50,000 on the line in this game. Screamed at him. He throws it away.
This is where it gets interesting to me. If Henry don't get this, does he go for it on 4th down?
3rd down and 10.
That is a good question.
1st down at the 5-yard line. It's Henry back to pass. Let's go! 2-man rush over the middle.
What a hit!
What?
He's going.
Oh my!
He's going.
Henry's leaving it all on the line. 4th down and 10. Needs to get to the 5-yard line for a first down. He'll go to the tight slots. Darren Waller on the right side of the line. 3-man rush from Astro. Steps up. Low ball. Got him. Waller to the 1-yard line.
Wheel route. Wheel route City. He did the double wheel route to the outside. He had the halfback on the streak. Astro took away the halfback. And here we go. Kyle Pitts time.
Let's go! Over the top. Come on, Kyle Pitts. Helicopter into the end zone. Henry will look to go back to back. 1 win away from his 2nd belt.
What a game. King Henry looking to go back to back, looking to take down the biggest first place prize in Madden history. And what a performance. It's almost like Henry's just a shark swimming with the fish. But what a battle from young Astro. These guys going back and forth. So impressive, both of them. But Henry just playing on another level right now. He's in another stratosphere.
Yo, this felt like the Bills-Chiefs game. I could watch this 10 times over and over. Young Astro, what a fight. But it is none other than King Henry, led by King Henry, taking down the win 34-28 in OTTD. An instant classic here on day 2 of the Ultimate Madden Bowl.
Yeah, day 2 was just phenomenal. All 3 games, amazing. And Henry, he's just coming up clutch now every single time he needs to. Like I said, he's on another level. His confidence is through the roof. He believes he's going to win every game, and he's showing out here in the Ultimate Madden Bowl.
Boy, I cannot wait. We had Clef and User in the booth, but Kimmy, User, and Clef, post-game reaction and a talk with the man who was able to take away with the win. Guys, what a game.
What a game, an instant classic. Like the two of you guys said, it was such a game, it couldn't even be decided in regulation. We had to go to overtime. And Henry getting lucky on the toss, getting the ball, and getting into the end zone. That final score, 34-28. Henry solidifying himself as the #1 seed going up against the young guy who made his very first live event debut, Astro. We got to give props to Astro for making it this far in the tournament and locking up a semifinal and $100,000, but it was Henry who got it done. Clef, you decided to talk to me about everything. Like, what did we just see? Let's go through the highlights. I need you to walk us through all of this craziness.
Right here, that's just great pocket by him to step out right, to kind of pull his user, throw that corner out, set him up right here from the inside zone, out of the bunch, strong, touchdown. Nice strike by him, man. He had Henry on the ropes. He had him on the ropes. He just couldn't, when it came down to it, Henry just made the plays. This is a great play by him. This is verticals, rolling out on beating cover 2, and it's always going to be a chunk play on that look right there. The kid was on, he hasn't been stopped this whole tournament. He hasn't been stopped. Right here. This is very fortunate. That's a high pass. He could have easily got a bad animation, got a tip pick off that if he get the right animation. But that's what happens when you let him hang. Sometimes it pays off. Right here, this is Brett Favre. This is Brett Favre. That's
that
real
diving
life
touchdown
Russell
from Darren Waller,
Touchdown.
that had to be the play of the game. That had to be the play of the game.
That was crazy pocket.
Was crazy pocket, but then Henry came back. Y'all remember he threw a book, but he dropped it. And then this is the situation right here where my guy, this out route right here, I felt like cost Astro the game. He should have ran the ball on first down, got some of those timeouts out of there. After that, he had no choice but to score. He had clocked himself out of this game, and Henry had everything he needed. 2 minutes left with all 3 timeouts. Henry managed to clock well. Big 4th and 13, catches the wheel route to Tony Pollard out the backfield, and you knew what Henry he was going to do. He's already been in this situation before. Clutch dot over the middle of the crossing route to CD Lamb. And this is where you see he's like, what should I do? He know what he should have done, but he trusted it, and he said, you know what, we're going to go to overtime. Took it to overtime, 4th and 10, and this time he has no choice. Cooks up a dot on the wheel route, hits him with the fullback dive with Kyle Pitts, and Henry is moving on to the finals.
He's getting it done. He's headed to the finals. Let's take a look at our bracket to see just how he got there. He will be playing in the finals, also trying to play for that $1 million total grand prize, $250,000 if he is looking to get back-to-back belts. He upset Astro in that one, getting it done. Y'all, this has been the most exciting play I have seen in my time with this Madden team. Congrats to Henry getting it done. Speaking of Henry, Headed to the finals, looking to go back-to-back. Let's bring him in and talk to him right now. Henry, first of all, congratulations on your huge win. I said it earlier. I don't know if you heard me. I said it was a game so exciting, it could not even be decided during regulation. You had to go to overtime to get it done. Overtime went in your favor because you got the ball first and were able to go up and score. But at the end of the fourth quarter, where you could have gone for 2 rather than kicking the extra point, what went through your mind in that scenario?
Yeah, so I decided to kick because I felt like I was playing decent enough defense to where I was like, okay, I can maybe get a stop because, you know, Astro's insane on offense. Like, he does stuff nobody else does. Like, the game is all easy offensively, but he's on another level. But, yeah, I just thought I maybe had a chance of a stop, and I knew I would go get 7 if I got it, so I just took the chance. You know, I haven't been on the goal line for real that game besides running fullback dive, so I had no idea what he was going to come out in. So I was like, let me just take it to OT.
Yeah, Henry, I kind of doubted your decision to go not go for it because at the end of the day, you're going to have these moments in these big-time games where you're just going to have to hang it on the line. Doesn't matter whether it's 4 for 10 or going 4 for 2. And like you said, Astro, he hasn't got stopped all tournament. Even the game with y'all, both of y'all just pretty much managed the clock. But when you got to overtime, it was 4 for 10. You already knew in your mind, like, there's no way I can kick 3 and let Astro go down here because you pretty much, it felt like to me you believe he would get 7 and you had to go for it. In that moment in that 4th and 10, do you feel like you had a dot for him or at the end of the day you was just kind of hoping, hey, man, let me cook up one and maybe it'll be open?
Yeah, man, I was just hoping. I know if I got the ball, like, even if it was 4th and 40, I was going. Like, there was zero chance I was going to let him get the ball. There was zero chance I was going to let him try to end the game with 7. So, you know, fortunately I got the ball first, and, yeah, that 4th down was clutch. Boy.
Henry, to be in that situation where I feel like you played a great game. You played an excellent game. And to be down 7 points, to be down in that game, I feel like that's a deflating feeling. How were you able to stay composed and kind of battle through that?
Shoot. I don't know. I was just praying the entire game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just praying something could go my way. I was just praying. You know, I got fortunate with that drop pick too. I mean, he threw something pretty questionable as well, but oh yeah.
Yours was blinder. You was right. Yours was blinder. Yeah. You're right. Go ahead and say it. Yours was blinder.
I had nothing to say about that one. I had nothing to say. Just next play. You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. You got it done. Congratulations, Henry. Congrats on your huge win. We will see you in the finals. Congrats again. The final score of your game, 34-28. Henry being the champion against Astro. All right, guys, as we move on and as we end today's tournament, I promised that we would do a dump truck, so it's time to do a dump truck. The dump truck, as a reminder, is the full Team of the Year team, both offense and defense. This is truly the golden ticket out of all golden tickets, and the lovely winner, the very lucky, lovely, amazing winner is Made in Heaven 453. Made in Heaven 453. You are the very lucky winner of the full Team of the Year team, all 21 players. Congratulations. All right, Clef, user, Nick, TD, tonight has been amazing, but we have so much more in store. We got to take a little bit of a hiatus. We'll be out for a few days, but all the action continues Wednesday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, YouTube, and the ESPN app. It's the ultimate Madden Bowl 2022, and day 3 kicks off next week. We are so appreciative for all of you guys rocking with us the last 2 days, but we still have more gameplay to go. So everybody take a breather, get hyped. Everybody keep labbing, and we will see you all next week. All right, guys. Bye. See you next time. This is day 2 of the ultimate Madden Bowl, and these are the competitors looking to see if they can be the GOAT and make their way to a Madden belt, as well as some large money.
1st and 10. Derrick Henry stepping back, looking.
No!
Back of the end zone. Sanders, dot, touchdown. Henry clutches up.
King Henry with a $45,000 beam in the back of the end zone.
That was probably the most masterful offensive drive y'all ever seen.
Ball's out, hit stick, it's picked up by DK Metcalf, and Astro has a lot of space. Astro's got green grass. Over the top, Kyle Pitts, helicopter into the end zone. Henry will look to go back-to-back, one win away from his second belt.
All I do is win, it's in my DNA. I don't never get benched, it's in my DNA. Give it to me in a pinch, it's in my DNA. You can take it off, the crowd won't fit you anyway. Let me get it crackin', W, come out the other side. Try to catch him lacking, it ain't happening, I don't let it slide. $1 million on the table ain't debatable. That ain't an ultimate team mode, it ain't playable. Whoa, yeah, they let me come through. 100 on the go, running 2022. Biggest payout on the line, they ain't giving it to you. Don't be mad, I put Madden, now watch me do the full calibrate. All I do is win, it's in my DNA. I don't never get benched, it's in my DNA. Give it to me in a pinch, it's in my DNA. You can take it off, the crowd won't fit you anyway. Hey, if you mad, then you mad.
One of the best plays in MCS history.
Who will be the champion?
Hello, everybody. What a beautiful evening here in Southern California where all the stars are out for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling?
Feels like game day, all right.
Then there's the pressure cooker. It's one heck of a ride. The rush of adrenaline, the joy, and the chaos of a game day experience. It's all right here. Aaron.
Here, you can literally ride momentum. And dreams are made with the dream team you built.
Please welcome everybody, Tom Brandon.
Welcome to Madden Land.
It's game time, baby.
All I do is win, it's in my DNA. I don't never get benched, it's in my DNA. Give it to me in a pinch, it's in my DNA. You can take it off, the crowd won't fit you anyway. Let me get it crackin', W, come out the other side. Try to catch him lacking, it ain't happening, I don't let it slide. $1 million on the table ain't debatable. That ain't an ultimate team mode, it ain't playable. Whoa, yeah, they let me come through. 100 on the